Here we go. Red Ash, the first year anniversary event. Our hometown is far away. The blazing blue sky, the scent of the bakery, the laughter of friends. A gust of wind blows. Please tell my friends, my soul will return to the skies above our hometown. White clouds float across. Please tell my friends, my bones will be buried in the earth under our hometown.
Hey, are you listening to those old tunes again?
Old tunes? Show some respect.
Red's got good taste in music.
These rapturous melodies are life itself.
Okay.
Come here.
Red Hood gently puts Snow White in the headlock and turns up the volume on the old cassette player.
Red Hood, I can't breathe. Could you turn that down?
What was that I just heard?
Aren't
Surely
they
it
cute?
couldn't be someone interrupting this fine song I'm listening to.
Oh, the hometown I long for, the friends I miss. Even in the skies above us is forever gray. We'll return to our hometown someday.
Well, what do you think? It's positively effervescent, right?
I feel like I'm getting older just listening to it.
Ha! What are you on about?
If Red's music taste is anything like what's
Besides,
playing right now, then
most things in life are like a
he has
fine wine.
fantastic
and
taste in
only
music.
get better with age. At any rate, what brought you over here to see me? I doubt it was because you missed me. Did you come to borrow my nudie mag?
What? Absolutely not. I'm too young to be looking at stuff like that.
So what you mean is that you'll be super into it later?
No, that'll be Rapunzel.
It's not that at all. Anyway, the commander is calling for you. He has something to tell all of us.
Right now? I think I've got a good idea of what he's going to say. Fine, let's go.
Any chance you could release me from this headlock before you go?
No.
You call this a headlock? Please, it's just a friendly hug.
Call it what you want, but it's uncomfortable.
Would you prefer a piggyback ride?
It's fine. Let's just go.
Red Hood walks down the hallway with Snow White still in a headlock.
Are you two practicing pro wrestling? You apparently have too much time on your hands.
It's not what you think.
Oh, cool. Are you guys wrestling? Never a dull moment with you two.
That's not what we're doing.
If I may throw in my 2 cents,
Dorothy. Ugh.
wrestling isn't a particularly useful martial arts discipline against raptures. Devoting your time to practicing it will be of little value.
We're not wrestling.
Ah, wrestling, eh?
Otherwise.
That headlock of yours isn't too sturdy, Red Hood. I've got a few videos you could check out for reference if you'd like.
Lilith, Red Hood is bullying me.
No, I'm not. We're practicing pro wrestling.
That's what everyone else thinks.
That's what Red Hood said.
How many times do I have to say that this isn't wrestling?
Oh my, you're awfully upset.
Are you two
No.
So am I to take it that Red Hood is picking on you?
Hey, I would never pick on our precious little Snow White.
I think that's everyone. Have a seat so I can begin the briefing.
Question. Are we allowed to sit in a headlock position?
Up to you. Is that everyone? Scarlet?
Scarlet gently lifts her hand wordlessly.
Rapunzel?
Here.
Dorothy?
Here.
Lilyweiss?
Here.
All right, I'll begin. Could you all sit closer together? How come you're all so far apart? We're supposed to be a team.
Aw.
If you want us to be chummy, then let's have a group meal. I can't remember the last time we all hung out and had some grub.
We all ate together just last week.
She passes out whenever she drinks, so it's no wonder she doesn't remember.
I don't know what it is, but lately, whenever I have a few drinks, I don't remember anything.
I thought you were pretending to black out so you didn't have to pay the bill.
Come on, I'm not that kind of person.
I heard you got arrested once for dining and dashing.
That's all in the past. I've turned over a new leaf.
Quiet, everyone. I have details about our next mission.
Silence falls over the briefing room.
Good. Now, to get started. To be honest, I'm not a fan of our squad's name. Goddess Squad. It's like I don't even exist.
Commander, when are we going to commence the briefing?
Very well. Let's
It's a
begin.
fair concern. Whoa. Finally doing the red ash. I've heard so much about this one. We got a whole flying battleship? Jeez, humanity, what happened to this? Where did this go? Whole Avengers HQ here.
Let's move out.
And red ash. Things do not look happy here. Let's get all of them in.
Red Hood, and
I consider
If my blessings reach you, I will...
Snow White, engaging.
And
if you want, I will join you, Your Grace.
Yep, that's everyone.
All of us in this room know things are looking bleak. 4 years ago, the Raptures invaded. To stand against this
Wow, that
naked
far.
aggression, the United Forces of Humanity was formed.
It's
We
super
fought with
early
all
in.
our might, but the battle has increasingly leaned in the Raptures' favor. To this day, the situation remains largely unchanged.
However, starting 2 years ago, we have experienced the occasional victory. And these victories are occurring more often now.
You're right about that. Once the Goddess Squad was deployed to the battlefield, we have been able to secure a small foothold and
The
turn the
Goddess
tide
and
of
Commander
this skirmish.
Squad.
Of that, you can all be proud. The sooner you're proud of yourselves, the better. So you can start now.
Wow, our squad is the best. That includes you, Rapunzel. Okay, I'm proud to be a member of the Goddess Squad.
What's there to be proud of? This was all a foregone conclusion.
there's that snooty Dorothy we all know and love. Ooh, you must say it's a foregone conclusion.
I wonder
but
if this commander ever
that's not what
smashed any
most of the general
of the
public
other Nikkes
believes.
like our commander does.
Dorothy's told you several times before not to call her snooty.
It would be the 56th time if I issue a warning again, to be precise. At any rate, I prefer not to pat myself on the back in such a self-congratulatory fashion.
Oh, that changed.
The newcomer doesn't seem too proud either.
How could I be? My time in this unit has been most fleeting. Furthermore, boasting of past achievements is not something I partake in.
A lot of people would kill to have something to be proud of.
Perchance, but not I. I have but one wish. To become stronger, nothing more. To place so much credence in the thoughts of others is a sign of one's naivete and inexperience.
That's hardly something you should be saying. You're the one swinging a sword around.
And it's effective.
What do you mean?
Hanging around in the backyard playing war with wooden swords is a favorite childhood pastime, is it not?
If thou thinks my blade is of wooden constitution, then allow me to prove how fallacious that notion is.
How about you skip
I
the
never get tired of
briefing
hearing
and head
Scarlet's
outside
talk.
to train? At least then we'd have some peace and quiet.
You're all not fighting again, are you?
Hardly. We're just having some playful banter.
If I may continue. We may have had a commendable winning streak during our tenure on the battlefield, but the same cannot be said of our fellow military units. No matter how well we're performing, we have to look at the situation as a whole. In the grand scheme of things, our contributions don't amount to much. More than anything, we've primarily served to raise morale. We've given people hope, so that they feel free to dream.
Regardless of our own achievements, we're just a small unit, and our contributions only go so far.
The united forces of humanity on the surface are running out of supplies, and have suffered one loss after another. Raptures have continued to breach the barriers. The power disparity is evident from nearly every angle, be it the number of their forces or the level of their weaponry.
Yeah.
Would a declaration of surrender be a feasible option?
Hey there,
We're
we're just
unable to communicate with them in any way,
We're just getting started with this little
I
Red
doubt that
Ash
would work.
event. I figured that with the
Did you
anniversary,
tell
anniversary
them
coming
about
up,
my
I'd
idea
figure
of
and do
waving
those,
a white flag?
do a bunch of these events I've been leaving
Of
off by
course
the
I didn't bring
wayside.
up such a ludicrous suggestion.
I just want to just get up in the story
You
first
don't
before I
have to
did
be
these
mean
two.
about it.
At any rate,
But yeah, I just
direct
finished the
confrontation
Overzone
against
events, and we're
Raptures
starting the
is a
Red
lost
Ash one now.
cause. It's painful to admit, but humanity doesn't stand a chance against these creatures.
Yeah, cause
So an all-out offensive would be tantamount to suicide.
Correct. Based on our observations of the
Overzone was really
Raptures'
good,
movements
so
thus
hopefully this
far,
one's also
we've
lives up
been
to
led
my
to believe they
expectations.
operate according to a linear chain of command. All of them appear to only have basic input functions except high-ranking Raptures. In other words,
There's a head.
Huh? Don't they all have heads?
That's not what I meant.
I don't get it.
Basically,
There's a leader.
A leader of some kind.
precisely.
Ah, so the big cheese.
The big
The
gazpacho.
big what? That's what we call the boss or leader in my neck of the woods.
can I continue?
Go right ahead.
Our mission is clear. We need to take out the big cheese. I mean,
As long as you don't cut it.
we need to take out the Rapture's leader.
Have you figured out the Queen's whereabouts?
We still don't have a precise location, but we've ascertained her general whereabouts.
We've investigated all the previous areas pointed out to us, but weren't able to find any traces of the Queen anywhere. It's enough to make you wonder if the Queen even exists.
Oh, it exists alright.
No, there's still one
I won't be
place
able
we
to forget
haven't
a face
checked.
like that.
The most vast expanse of them all.
You don't mean...
I do.
Space? The commander lifts his finger and points upward to the sky.
Space.
The final frontier. I've been looking forward to this event.
I will destroy everything that's in my way.
I got the whole squad here.
You're a rather tenacious foe. Need a sharper sword.
Save one for me. Or not, I guess.
The goddess squad is victorious once again!
Space?
Space.
As in outer space?
He's talking about the lift.
That's right. Amongst all the chaos and pandemonium of the initial invasion, they managed to slip it past us. One of the first things those creatures did was destroy the shuttle launch pads in various locations.
I wonder,
We initially thought they were randomly targeting
are we
large-scale
gonna meet
facilities.
Cinderella in this event?
But upon further reflection, we have seen that there was intent behind their attacks.
As we speak, they've amassed an overwhelming number of troops near the lift. It's highly suspect. There's no way around that.
My thoughts doth lead to one conclusion. There's something out there in space.
So, we've got to take the lift up into space?
Yep.
Correct. The lift leads to a space station, We suspect that is the lair of the Queen, and the source of all Rapture production.
Will we have any support?
Nope.
There are throngs of Raptures guarding the lift. It'd be impossible for us to break through their ranks alone.
Hey now, where's your confidence?
There's a fine line between confidence and hubris.
So are you saying we can't do it? That we should just cut and run?
Not at all.
I think that's enough suspense for now, Commander. Everyone's clearly on edge.
We're on the cusp of being able to mass-produce Nikkes.
Ah.
Last year, around 200 were manufactured, and not a single one had any defects. Around half of those will be joining us.
That's it? What about air support?
None. Stormbringer brought our air supremacy to a crashing halt.
Ah, yeah.
Can't we just lob a few cruise missiles at them?
Have you forgotten what happened when we last fired an ICBM? A new breed of Rapture we hadn't seen before swallowed it whole and converted it into an energy blast which it redirected back at us.
Oh, that sounds bad.
Everything within a 20-kilometer radius was completely decimated.
Yeah, but didn't it end up dying immediately afterwards?
These are Raptures we're talking about. I highly doubt that's the only one of its kind out there.
So we're incapable of aerial attacks, and missiles are a no-go as well. What's the plan then? Rushing headlong into the fray with our mass-produced buddies behind us?
We're gonna meet the Grim
I
Squad.
thought there were supposed to be over 200,000 Raptures encircling the lift. Are we just gonna plow our way through them all?
Correct.
What are the odds?
Of coming out victorious?
Of coming out alive?
Hard to say. There are only two options. Either we live or die. So, 50%?
Coin flip it.
Are the mass-produced Nikkes really our only support?
Not necessarily. We might have a secret weapon at our disposal.
There they are.
Tell us more.
All I can tell you is that we will win.
Well, you seem confident enough. I say let's go for it. Worst comes to worst, it'll be one hell of a way for me to go out.
If only she knew.
What? Oh, right. The newbie swordsman doesn't know, does she? Just a moment.
Red Hood closes her eyes. Ah, so it's already becoming corrupted at this point.
Oh,
Bet that's the first time you've seen it for yourself, huh? It's not just the eyes. When I'm in a real tight spot, my voice changes too.
but does that mean...
Yeah. I've been corrupted.
We're gonna learn when that happened, or was that just something I have to find out through the main campaign? I've been wondering that for a while, how Red got infected. I thought it was like something resulted from the Cinderella fight.
I will protect you!
I thought that's where the corruption came from. Will they tell that here, or some other way? Counting gave me a chance.
The judgment delivered by prayer is always fair.
Some hearsay hath reached mine ears. Any Nikke who is struck by a particular rapture tentacle proceeds to undergo a particular affliction known as corruption. They become deranged and attack all with reckless abandon, including their own allies.
All because of red shoes.
I surmised 'twas but a fool's tale or nonsensical wagging of tongues, but
How's it feel to know the legends are true?
that I cannot say. Yet judging by your countenance, 'tis not an overly treacherous situation. There is but an unnerving crimson that glows from thine eyes.
Apparently the symptoms vary. There are times when they appear almost instantly, and then the other times they linger for extended periods, like myself.
We've actually just recently received some new information about that. From VTC? Yes. This so-called corruption phenomenon seems to be evolving.
Ugh.
In the beginning, it took time for symptoms to fully manifest, but the latest iteration takes hold almost instantly. We've become aware that the device, dubbed codename Ultra, which caused this corruption, is from an older generation.
How long does it take until it assumes full control?
VTC is continuing to look into it. They should have an answer for us soon.
How hilarious would it be if there's only a week left?
That wouldn't be funny at all.
I know that. Sometimes you have to pretend that things are okay in order to get by.
I suppose.
But you're not okay by any stretch of the imagination.
Anyway, I'm retiring after this operation. I want to spend the rest of my life kicking back and taking it easy.
Right. I understand.
So what's the course of action, boss? We aren't really charging ahead without any plan, are we?
Tomorrow morning, we will go to Elysian's third Nikke research lab. We'll be picking someone up, and I expect you all to be nice to her.
Ah, there it is.
Who?
I haven't revealed this to any of you yet, but I have
Grimm's
a daughter.
models. Wait, what?
Excuse me?
Allow me to explain. Apparently, the newest iteration of the Grimm's model is complete. It's referred to as Cinderella.
Ah,
Her accompanying sidearm, glass slippers, is complete as well. She's undergone rigorous simulated and practical testing. We are to meet up with Cinderella and make our way to the lift together.
so Cinderella's
Does
his
Cinderella's
daughter?
ability have any relation to the operation? Adding another member to the team is far from a bad thing. But isn't it risky adding someone we're unfamiliar with? And on such a pivotal mission, too.
There's no need to be concerned on that front.
Cinderella looking so
She has
forward
been
to
designed to
this.
specialize in blitzkrieg tactics. Complete annihilation done in as little time as possible.
Poor Cinderella.
Her capabilities are comparable to any airstrike or ICBM. After she has fulfilled her role, she will take her leave.
Is she really that powerful?
Apparently so. The Big Three have pumped more money and resources into the Grimm's models than any other. In your encounters with Raptures, you're nearly undefeated. As a result, Nikke production has largely splintered off into two distinct directions. Mass production types and specialized models. Those who are deemed to be less self-assured are turned into mass-produced models. Those who possess greater self-confidence and can better express their powers are eligible to become specialized models. Manufacturing Grimm's models requires inordinate amounts of money and technology. The original plan was to veer towards increasing mass production, but since you all have done such a bang-up job, the Big Three have decided to shift gears and funnel more money into building a second generation of Grimm's models,
Oh, man.
of which Cinderella is the first.
It was supposed to go so
Her
well.
strength must be most formidable.
If we're talking about specs alone, she most likely exceeds all of you. Perhaps even me.
Don't say that! No one's stronger than you, Lilith.
Good grief! Do you really like her that much, Snow White?
I know I'm right.
If you want to be a capable fighter, you need more than just solid specs.
That's true.
So, according to you, her specifications exceed all of ours. Then it would be advisable to practice some sparring with you all in advance. Since we're on this topic, I have been itching to spar with you all for some time now.
Scarlet, if it's a fight you're looking for, then wouldn't it make sense for you to best me, the leader, first? At any rate,
Cat
that
got your tongue
concludes
there.
the mission briefing. Any questions?
Do I get anything like a corruption allowance? A per diem, perhaps?
Red Hood.
Geez, I'm only kidding around. How come you're all staring at me like that?
No questions, Commander.
Then we're done. We'll be moving out early in the morning, so everybody get a good night's rest.
I've got to go.
Snow White stands up abruptly and makes a rapid exit. Don't want to get headlocked again.
Why don't you go cheer her up?
Wouldn't it be better for you to handle that?
You're her friend. If I go, there's only so much I can do for her.
Ugh. I hate this kind of stuff.
Be that as it may.
Fine, fine.
Finally gonna see the whole Snow White battle. Or Cinderella battle.
I will show you what Eden is capable of.
I'm on my way.
Why don't we just develop something like an infinite magazine?
The goddess squad is victorious once again!
Snow White stands listlessly by the window, without saying a word.
Hey, kid.
Red Hood gently puts the Snow White into a headlock again.
What's got you so down, huh? You scared?
Red Hood? You shouldn't boast about being corrupted.
Red Hood closes her eyes for a moment, then reopens them. Her eyes flash
How
red.
come?
Don't do that!
Give me an answer and I'll stop.
You're dying. You may be fine now, but it's going to take your life sooner or later.
Relax, kid. Why would I die? So my eyes and voice are a little funny looking and I can't recognize my parents anymore. What's the big deal?
That's dying!
How do you figure? I'm standing right here. I'm alive and kicking.
Losing your memory is another kind of death.
Should I let you in on a little secret?
What is it?
As long as someone remembers you, death is an illusion.
That's a nice
Because
way
you
to put
live
it.
on in other people's hearts.
Where did you crib that from?
A cartoon I saw when I was little. I think it might have had something to do with drills.
Would you please be serious with me for 1 minute?
She's not talking about Gurren Lagann,
Good
is she?
grief for being so young. You're a real worrywart. Why are you getting so worked up over something that hasn't even happened yet? You never know. I might end up being the first Nikke to beat this thing. Do I look on the verge of death to you?
Not yet.
It's just taking time to fully manifest.
Okay then. How do we know that won't take a few decades? Or centuries even? We don't know anything about how this stuff works yet. So cheer up. Nothing bad has happened yet.
We all know how this story
Okay,
ends.
fine. I'll try not to worry as much.
Good. Now I'll be able to die in peace.
Don't say things like that!
It's just too much fun getting your goat. Wanna listen to some music?
It's not that old song again, is it?
It's not old. It's a classic.
It's a good song.
And classics are always the best.
Fine.
And the hometown I long for. The friends I miss. Even if the sky above us is forever gray, we'll return to our hometown someday. How could you not like that?
Red Hood,
Yeah?
are you really calling it a day after this operation?
Yep. I'm going back home.
Why can't you just stay here?
I can't.
Why not?
I caught a lucky break becoming a part of this squad. I've experienced enough for several lifetimes. But this isn't the place I should be. I'm just a country bumpkin from a worn down and rowdy village. That's where my roots are. I should go back to my roots. The wolf must... Anyway,
A wolf?
yeah.
I don't understand what you're saying.
It doesn't matter. It's better that you don't. Oh, right. This is for you.
What is it?
Red Hood hand passes the old cassette player to Snow White.
It may have a bit of wear and tear, but it's a famous brand. The sound quality is out of this world. There's also a hidden compartment here where you can...
I don't want it.
Snow White stands up abruptly.
Kid,
Why would you give me this? This is your most treasured possession. The only reason you'd be giving me this is if you knew you were about to die.
relax. I just bought a new one, that's all.
Sure.
You said yourself that classics are always the best. And you're far too thrifty to be giving away something like this.
Aren't you being a little harsh?
I don't want it, and I won't take it.
Snow White runs off.
Darn. She's nothing if not perceptive.
Well, at least we accept it in the end. And we still listen to it every now and then, too. In that old commander's room.
There's no cause for concern.
Better reload.
Like this. I'm on my way.
The judgment delivered by prayer is always fair.
The following morning,
We'll be at Elysion's third Nikke research lab in about an hour. Is everyone prepared?
oh boy, here we go.
What's there to prepare? What's so different from us making a typical visit?
If we landed directly by the lab, the Raptures would swarm and encircle us. So we'll be landing nearby and going in on foot.
Okay, ready for the biggest fight of their lives.
Guess I need to prepare.
Snow White went into the workshop last night, and she's still there. Looks like you had some trouble comforting her.
Yeah. After all, this is my first time dying, so I didn't exactly know how to console her.
Most people usually
I
get one shot
wasn't
at
sure
it.
if I should be sitting around wailing with grief or pensively reflecting on all the good times. I figured neither was the right approach, so I went with giving her a gift. She refused to take it and ran off.
I can see why she refused it. It probably felt like you were giving her a keepsake after your death.
So what do you want me to do?
Did she say anything else?
She kept urging me to stay here and not to return to my hometown.
Is that something you would ever consider?
Lady Lilywise, I've already told you, I don't fit in here. I'm no goddess.
You're the heart of the squad.
I spent my entire life ambling about the streets without any purpose, and nearly got myself killed as a result. Now I've got everyone telling me that I'm special. I was turned into a Nikke and sent here for no apparent reason. You're one of the youngest ace pilots in the history of aerial combat. Rapunzel could have been the next powerful religious leader. Dorothy is the daughter of a reputable politician. Then you've got Snow White and her superhuman knack for developing weapons. I can't even pretend to be on your level. Scarlet is the only one amongst us who I can possibly compare with. Even then, though, now that I think about it, she's a gifted swordsman. A street urchin from the filthy back alleys couldn't possibly hope to compare to all of you.
But doesn't that make a good story,
Well,
though?
from the way I see it, I don't think there's anyone better suited to be a goddess than you.
I see you're getting better at sarcasm.
If you don't see it that way, then there's nothing I can do to convince you otherwise. But we all think that. Why do you think Snow White keeps begging you to stay here? You're more qualified to stay here than any of us. So I suggest you reconsider. You should be spending as much time with those close to you as possible.
No can do. I've got to go back to my hometown. That's where my story ends. Accompanied by an old soundtrack from back in the day.
If that's what you want, I won't stop you. But ask yourself, is going back to your hometown what you really want to do?
What?
Otherwise walks off.
Hmm.
An hour later, in the skies above Alicia's third Nikke research lab periphery.
We've reached the drop-off point. Does everyone have parachutes?
It's about to get
Of
messy.
course.
Did all of you memorize the coordinates?
How strong of a parachute do you
Yes,
need to
no
parachute a
problem.
Nikke down? I just thought of that.
All right then.
What?
Whoever's ready can jump out.
I'll go first. See you all in a bit.
What's a parachute made out of? It always leaps out of the plane with a parachute.
I figured she'd go first. She should be able to break through the atmosphere without any additional equipment, right?
I'm not 100% sure, but it should be possible. Prototypes typically are capable of many things.
Hey, kid.
Red Hood approaches Snow White and motions as if to put her in a headlock.
You want to jump together?
Snow White going down.
Snow White jumps out of her own.
Fine. Be that way.
Apparently, she's still holding a grudge. Speaking truthfully, I have difficulty seeing where both of you are coming from.
Scarlet jumps.
Breaking down people's barriers is what you do best. Good luck.
Dorothy jumps.
Red Hood! Good grief, you too? Is everyone gonna make a speech before they jump?
No, I just wanted to say that I'm going with the commander.
Oh, well, be careful out there.
Bury the hatchet. Otherwise, you'll come to regret it.
What are you talking about? We didn't even fight.
Anti-aircraft guns confirmed.
Oh no.
What?
Everything around begins to shake violently.
What is this? You said there were no Raptures nearby.
There isn't.
It's coming from the research lab.
What? Damn, we're too late. The Raptures beat us to it.
Parachute has been compromised. Commencing emergency landing.
Snow! Snow, do you copy? To hell with this! Out of my way!
You don't even have a parachute.
I don't care!
Red Hood jumps out without a parachute.
Wait!
Snow White collides with the ground with a resounding thud. After tumbling along the ground for a while, she slowly gets up.
I'm okay. No significant damage to the armor or weapon. I have to contact Lilith.
Alpha
My
particles.
radio is down. What should I do? Should I head to the lab and join the others? Huh?
Here she comes. A massive horde of Raptures surges forth, their eyes glittering. Snow White looks around, only to discover that she's being hemmed in.
I'm surrounded! Preparing for battle!
I'm on the edge of my seat for this.
Enemy spotted!
I've been wanting to see this event since I started playing this game and learned about this Cinderella.
Develop something like an infinite magazine.
You're merely delaying the inevitable.
The judgment delivered by prayer is always fair.
They're going down easily enough. I've got ammunition to spare, and 7 dwarves is doing fine. So far, so good.
As Snow White goes to swap out her empty magazine, she drops a new magazine.
No!
Snow White freezes. Should I pick up the magazine? I'll be opening myself up to an attack if I do. Should I switch to my sidearm? I don't remember if it's loaded or not. I've got one more magazine in my pocket. I'll use that one and forget about the other one. Snow White pulls out the other magazine from her pocket and drops it onto the ground as well.
Wait, what?
A colossal rapture lumbers towards Snow White, its course spinning rapidly. A port on its shoulder opens up. Snow White knows what this means. It's about to launch a missile. Despite this, she finds herself frozen in place.
No!
Haha, there she is. Her head descends from the sky and slams atop the head of the Rapture. She shoves her barrel of a gun inside the Rapture's head and pulls the trigger. There's an ear-splitting whirling of machinery as the Rapture explodes. Red Hood slowly walks toward the Snow White.
Come here, kid, and listen closely.
Yes?
Pick up those magazines.
Okay.
Put one of them in your pocket.
Done.
Put the other in your weapon.
Done.
Now aim it. Are you back with us?
Yes. Thank you.
Good. Now, what do you say we deal with these guys who have given us such a warm welcome? Just focus your firepower and aim where I'm shooting, like we always do. Can you do that?
Yes.
Good. Now sound us off.
You want me to do it?
You don't often
Come on,
get a
say the
chance
word.
to, so why not? It'll cheer us up, I'm sure.
Encounter!
There it is. 10 minutes later.
All clear. Boss, Lilith, I'm with Snow. How are things on your end?
The lab is completely destroyed. All that's left are corpses.
Make your way here. There's something you two need to see for yourselves.
On the way.
You should be about 20 minutes out. Should we send an escort?
Commander,
On second thought, we've got our hands full over here. You two will have to make it on your own.
Roger that. Let's go.
Okay.
Soon after.
Do you want to listen to some music?
Do you want to attract raptures to us?
Look around you. Do you see any raptures wandering about? We wiped them all out. There isn't a single one left. If you ask me, Rapture Slayers would be a more apt name for our squad. So how about it? Should we kick out the jams?
Do whatever you want.
Familiar melody begins to resonate.
Snow? Do you have anything to say to me?
I could ask you the same thing.
Let's see. You're doing good so far, so keep it up.
You're trying to skirt around the issue again.
Kid? I'm dying.
But you said you weren't.
Well, I am. I'm going to die. As far as we know, corruption is untreatable. But if I'm being honest with you, I'm just clueless about what I should do. The end is in sight, but I don't know where to turn. So you tell me what to do. I'll do whatever you want.
I only want one thing. I want you to live the way you always have, with us. I want you to be together with us until the last moment. Don't leave us. That's all I ask.
Fine. I suppose I can do that. Since you're the one asking, I'll do my best to accommodate you.
Red Hood gently puts Snow White into another headlock.
You're not upset with me, are you?
No.
Then how come you're pouting, huh?
Ow, that hurts! Ah. I said stop!
Fog is approaching. Got a squad setting out for Elysium's research lab. Elysium's third research lab.
Let me give everyone a sit rep. This lab has been besieged by over 200 Raptures. We've confirmed that there are at least 4 Ultra units among them.
Ah, man.
The ones who are calling the shots.
This means, in addition to the sheer size of the attacking force, there were high-class Raptures amongst their ranks. This was all meticulously planned from the beginning. They had all their ducks in a row before they attacked.
Yeah.
Are we to presume they came for the Grimm's model?
That would be safe to assume, yes. The facility is in ruins. Both the human employees and the Nikkes inside were slaughtered before they knew what was happening. That includes the 2 Grimm's models that were currently in production. They're damaged beyond repair.
You talking
The
about Hansel
damage
and
is so
Gretel?
extensive that it almost feels as if it was done with intent. Out of some kind of hatred. Cinderella is also missing, including her specialized sidearm glass slippers.
So she wasn't destroyed along with the rest?
Well, far
We
worse.
can't say if she's been terminated, or whether she's wandering around somewhere. Also,
It might be best to simply show them.
yes, you all need to understand the gravity of the situation. Follow me.
Oh man, how bad is it? Everyone stands in the stunned silence. Before them lies a grotesque aberration that looks like a hodgepodge of Rapture and Nikke.
What is it?
Whatever it is, it's enough to make one's blood run cold.
My god!
Did they implant a Nikke with Rapture parts?
Look here.
They've been fused together. Is she still alive? No. She's dead. No signs of trauma. She must have died of shock. The only thing is...
Little Watch places her hand on the aberration. Rapture's core moves frantically as it's scanning the area.
It's still alive. Only the Rapture portions, to be precise. That means... Yes, I'm not sure as to how or when.
Frankenstein
some
Nikke
point-
Rapture.
Experiments were carried out where a Rapture and a Nikke were fused together. I believe the shock brought along by the fusion process is what killed the Nikke. I think it's safe to say that this process was initiated by the Rapture side.
The Raptures are up to no good. First the corruption phenomenon, and now this.
I'll report this to VTC.
I'll also notify my superior.
Are we going to leave it like this?
Yes. It's noteworthy that the Rapture portion is still alive and operational. It will help with the research. We'll stay here and safeguard it until the higher-ups come to retrieve it.
Oh man.
And after that? We were going to join up with Cinderella and go to the lift. But now she's missing. Are we going to look for her, or should we all head to the lift?
Well, she'll find you.
I was planning on discussing that with Lilith. I will advise you in the morning.
Okay, understood.
Moment later. Commander and Lilywise leave to have a meeting.
It's strange.
What is?
The recent behavior of Raptures. Strange.
You feel that way too?
Don't you?
Yes. First the corruption, now this ungodly fusion process. As far as I can see, there's no reason why a Rapture would want or need to do something like this.
Uh-huh.
If we're being brutally honest, the Raptures are superior beings. They can afford not to change anything. Simply focus on attacking us and soon they'll enjoy an easy victory.
So why would they bother with all this?
Tell me what you're thinking, Rapunzel.
They're playing with us. It's like a cat toying with a mouse.
Not quite.
Agreed.
In their eyes, we're not even worthy of their full attention. In matters of war, such hubris usually leads to one's downfall.
Well, I say let's be the ones to initiate that downfall. Kid,
They don't
why do you
quite
keep
have it
fidgeting
right.
over there?
Oh, this? To prepare for us being isolated like before, I made some simulations to pass the time.
Like a video game? You made an entire game that quickly? Let me play one round.
It's a simulation, not a game.
Any chance you could put some of my music in as background music?
I don't think that genre would really gel with this.
Haha! You see? You said genre, so it's totally a game. Come on, don't be like that. Just let me play for a little bit.
Oh, going down red. Red Hood's eyes start to glow red crimson.
My head.
Are you okay?
Lay her down.
It's okay. Every once in a while, you get a rough spell like this. Kid, come over here and help me.
I left something outside.
Snow White scurries off.
That ungrateful.
Don't talk and just lie down. I'll bring her back.
No, I shall fetch her. You two tend to Red Hood.
Okay.
Hey, swordsman. Don't be too harsh on her. She's still young. If you harm a hair on her head, I'll kill you.
Noted.
That doesn't sound like much of a playful threat when your eyes are red like that.
Phew! Have at you.
Sometimes I really feel like the relationship between this young Snow White and Red Hood reminds me a lot of like
I'm on my way.
Sonic and Tails a bit. Like Red Hood being Sonic and Snow White being Tails. Just go to the mechanic, the shyness, I guess.
I shall grant you victory,
I get that
Your
feeling
Grace.
between them. God Squad has returned after doing a harrowing battle.
Get lost. I'm busy. Better reload.
Sharper sword.
Oh no! I was just getting into the groove.
I guess now it makes sense that why, when Red Hood came back for that temporary time and overwrap his body,
Did you see that?
the reason
I'm
why she wanted
strong,
to just
but my
go
comrades
back to
are
her hometown
stronger.
above everything else. Conference room.
I say we search for Cinderella. I hate to admit it, but the odds are stacked against us without her.
But what are the chances that she's even alive? How are we going to find out where she went?
We may not know how to go about it, or how long it will take. But we've got to figure it out somehow.
Lilith, you do know that we don't have much time, right?
You mean Red Hood doesn't?
Yes.
It sounds to me like we're signing our own death warrants, all for the sake of giving Red Hood a supposedly fitting end.
You may think that, but I believe we're going to win.
If you ask me, you're an idealist.
I've just gotten orders from the top brass. They want us to dispose of Red Hood.
They're nothing if not decisive in times like these.
Corruption is something they still know very little about. For them, Red Hood is a walking liability. She's one of the goddesses as well. If it comes to light that one of the renowned goddesses of victory has been tainted in any way, public morale will take a nosedive.
Is that also
So
why
they
they
want us
decided to
to get
abandon
rid
them
of
on
her, but
surface?
to give her a warrior's death while we're at it.
Precisely.
That's horrible.
Agreed. I'm not even sure what would constitute a fitting end for her. Or us.
Commander, do you remember the first time we met?
You said I was a mercenary who would do anything for money.
I didn't use those exact words. It's just that at the time you were a little rough around the edges.
So I'm slightly more refined now, is that it?
You've paid no heed to commands from your superiors, and instead done what you felt was right in order to get the job done.
So do that again here.
It's thanks to you that we were able to come as far as we have. We all trust you, Commander. So do what you want to do. In a situation like this, an order from your superior officer means nothing.
That's true.
No matter which path you choose, none of us will challenge you.
Well, can I shed a few tears at this point?
I'm afraid that would not be advisable.
Excuse me.
Oh, hey, Scarlet.
Why perchance did you flee with such haste?
Who said I ran away? I just went outside to get something.
What did you get?
Very well. Then let my eyes look upon what you came to retrieve. I shall ask once more. Why did you flee?
When it's Red Hood's final... I don't want to be there.
Oh, Snow.
If there comes a time when she needs to be put out of her misery... I don't think I could handle it. I shudder to even think about it.
Why then did thou discourage her from returning home, and with such fervor?
I just wanted her to spend as much time with us... before the end.
Thou art most selfish. You wish to witness Red Hood's last days, yet do not wish to be caught in the midst. Who is Red Hood to you? A playmate and nothing more? If she was truly someone you treasure, then even if her final moments are brutal and unforgiving, you would wish to remain by her side all
I get
the
what you're
same.
saying, Scarlet, but Snow's still just a kid.
Now, go inside. Go to Red Hood.
I will. Thank you, Scarlet.
Snow White runs off.
Heavens above. I goad others to follow this advice when I would have a devil of a time following it myself.
That's how things tend to work out with advice givers.
Stay alive, everyone!
Better reload. Why don't you just develop some
Did we get them?
in that team?
Ah,
Sorry to break it to you, but this is the end. Sorry to break it to you, but this is the end.
I'll take it from here.
Time to
get
think.
out of here. Come on. There we go.
A commendable battle, but I desire stronger opponents next time.
How is she doing?
She's stable, although she hasn't regained full mobility just yet. She can talk, though.
Rapunzel, let's go out for a moment.
Okay.
Rapunzel and Dorothy leave.
I'm sorry.
Come here.
Snow White hesitantly approaches Red Hood.
I thought you left something behind. Did you find it?
Yes, I found it.
Good. Then you can rest easy.
Red Hood,
Do you want to listen to some music?
Yes.
Soon after,
Is that everyone? You can lie down if you'd like, Red Hood.
I'm fine. No need to coddle me.
Now then, I'll explain our next course of action. We're calling off any potential search for Cinderella. We will head to the lift with our current crew.
Yeah, that makes sense,
Good.
I guess.
Okay.
Understood.
I shall wield my sword with aplomb.
The operation will be carried out immediately after this amalgamation is handed over to the superiors. We should be setting out tomorrow morning. Our mission is simple. After getting as close as possible via air, we'll descend, break through the Rapture line of defense, and proceed to the lift. After that, we'll take the lift up to the station. Once there, we kill the Queen.
You call that simple?
Doesn't sound so simple to me.
Doesn't it seem like we're going back to the old days?
Exactly.
From here on out, everyone is responsible for their own maintenance. That is all.
Soon after?
Rapunzel?
What is it, Red Hood? Are you not feeling well?
That's not it. I just wanted to give you a gift.
Again with this, huh?
Now I see why Snow White was reluctant to receive a gift. It all feels so sudden.
Don't tell me you're gonna start crying and running off as well.
No, I'm used to it by now. I'll gladly accept any gift you choose to give me.
Red Hood gives a magazine to Rapunzel. Oh no, Red.
Something wrong?
No, it's just... this is an unexpected gift.
Red.
The title is rather interesting. Blinding Passion Volume 1?
Oh no.
Coming from you, I figured it'd be something like a cassette tape.
I figured I ought to give you something that could be useful.
Oh, she'll get a lot of use out of that and more in the future.
Thanks.
Why don't you take a look? It's about humans and their lives.
This isn't some weird magazine like before, is it?
Of course not. Just look at the cover. It's totally normal.
Very well. I'll trust you.
Oh, Red.
Wait it.
Ow! Watch the face! What was that for?
This is a dirty mag. My eyes.
Told you it was anthropological in nature. Pretty interesting, eh?
It's not interesting at all.
How much Rapunzel
How
has
come
changed
you
now?
can't take your eyes off it then?
It's my first time seeing this kind of stuff.
I know. That's why I gave it to you.
You're trying to corrupt me.
And it working.
Oh, relax. Don't get your knickers in a twist. You've been living your entire life with safety wheels on. You were destined to become the next female religious leader from the day you were born. So you've been living your life based on other people's expectations. Becoming a Nikke wasn't your choice either? Am I right? So how about pivoting and steering yourself in your own direction?
That doesn't mean I'm interested in stuff like this.
You say that, but you seem awfully intrigued whenever the topic crops up.
What makes you so sure about that?
I'm amazed that you thought people wouldn't realize. Anyway, it might not be my business, but I just thought it was a little sad, that's all. You are bound by your duty, unlike me. As
She's
for
biting
me,
her lip. She's biting
I've
her lip.
always lived my life exactly how I wanted to.
Red Hood, I've wavered for a while now on whether I should say this or not, but
What is it?
when I look at you now, it feels to me like you can't wait to die.
What?
I can feel that you're trying to tie up everything in a pretty bow so that you can die without any regrets.
Well, I mean...
You're like a battle-hardened and weary soldier, sitting around waiting for death to claim you.
You're not totally off base.
If you knew you were dying, wouldn't
Listen.
you also want to wrap up any
The
loose
Red
ends?
Hood I know would never give up. No matter who the adversary is, or how tough a mission lies ahead. You'd face it head-on with grit and mettle. You were never someone who'd resign themselves to defeat.
In case you've forgotten, I'm dying. I don't have much time left. What other option do I have? All I can do is leave things in a better state for all of you.
You should fight it, like you always have.
What do you want me to do? No case of corruption has ever been reversed.
This is still a relatively new illness. I, along with VTC, have been working day and night to find a cure. So please, I beg of you, don't let go. Even if it may mean leaving some things unfinished. I will do everything in my power to make you better.
Ah, Rapunzel.
Okay, I'll believe you.
Do you mean that, or are you just saying that to make her feel better? God Squad is preparing for the final showdown.
If only there were a worthy opponent.
Is Red gonna give some alcohol to Scarlet to get her into drinking?
Let me pray for a moment. Kindly deliver judgment.
The goddess squad is victorious once again! I made some improvements to your staff. The trajectory of the beam won't warp or bend in high humidity. Although I should stress that doesn't mean there won't be any deviations at all. Rapunzel?
Huh? What is it?
Are you listening to me?
Oh, yeah, sure, I heard you. Thanks. What were you reading just now? It's, just some study material.
She's interested.
What are you studying? I'd rather
Anatomy?
not say.
I altered Scarlet's armor so that it's thinner around the waist, so that her center of balance is centered more on her legs. That'll open up her back a bit more, and the extra weight on her legs will only serve to make them stronger.
I still proclaim that thou wasted time on this. I can do my part perfectly well without such revisions.
Fine then. Return the armor and we'll put it back the way it was.
I scarcely believe such extreme measures are necessary.
As for Dorothy, I made some modifications to your outfit so that it won't get dirty as easily.
Perfect.
That's what you give her?
Dorothy, my curiosity has been piqued for some time. Why do you place so much emphasis on your posture during a fight? You obsess over strategy when it's something that could be easily solved by using your own body.
Fighting using your own body seems so barbaric to me.
Excuse me?
Oh, sorry. What I meant was that I don't think it's very smart.
Come again?
You're just digging yourself into a hole, Dorothy.
Can I talk to you for a minute, Dorothy?
There they go.
Save it for the operation. Snow White, continue.
I'd rather talk now.
Anyway, I didn't make any modifications to Lilith's armor or weaponry, as I can't make heads or tails of her tech in the first place.
Thanks anyway. It's the thought that counts.
I'm
As
very
for
interested
Red
to see just
Hood,
how Lilith's
the
backstory.
wiring of your weapon was in a shambles, so I cleaned it up. There was a lot of gunk built up in the muzzle, and for some reason I can't possibly fathom, there was spaghetti crammed into the magazine.
Whoops.
I can scarcely believe it myself, but there were even a few mushrooms growing on the butt of the rifle.
You're kidding.
Do you want to see?
No, it's okay.
Anyway, once I gave it a thorough cleaning, there were no lasting issues. It's clearly been built to last.
You could have just said that to begin with. We didn't need that whole preamble.
As for you, Commander, perhaps I could give you a throat lozenge?
Huh? Why would I need that?
Well, there's really not much else you do other than scream orders.
Darn.
I feel personally attacked.
That concludes our battle preparation. Our ammo is more than sufficient and everyone appears to be in optimal condition. All that's left is to head into the fray.
Everyone nods in acknowledgement.
In that case, let's go.
We've still got a few moments to spare. Dorothy? Scarlet? Any chance I could talk to you two?
Oh, do you want to act as a referee when I instruct Dorothy? I'm going to show her the joy of using one's body in combat.
Do you realize how insane you sound right now? Are
Shock
you
her how to use her
okay,
body, huh?
Rapunzel?
She picks up certain things a bit too quickly. I just have something I want to say to you both in private.
I don't want to impose, but could I come and watch as well?
And she quickly
No.
fell. She fell so
As
quick.
I've mentioned before, this will probably be my last operation. So, I wanted to leave you all with a small memento. Unfortunately, I don't know what you guys would like. So, if there's anything you need, now's the time to tell me.
That's the reason why you gathered us together?
Yep,
Huh.
I didn't peg you for someone so sentimental.
me? Sentimental?
I don't need anything, and I refuse to say farewell. I'm not saying it now, and I won't say it later. This isn't your style. Besides, you still don't know whether the corruption will manifest itself or not.
You are most optimistic.
Think what you want. I'm going to do some maintenance.
Dorothy leaves.
What about you, swordsman? Anything you want?
Nay.
I see.
Did you work things out with Snow White?
Yep, everything's patched up. When the time comes, though, I think she'll be disappointed in me.
You're not...
It's a secret between me and her.
Very well. I can understand where you're coming from.
I appreciate that.
You've taken on a lot.
I'll leave it to you from now on.
Ramping up this time, for real this time.
I'm anxious.
So the second half of the story to go too.
You're a rather tenacious foe. Need a sharper sword.
Oh no! I was just getting into the groove!
All Rapunzel needed is one little push and she fell straight into the depravity hole.
The judgment delivered by prayer is always fair. Mass-produced Nikke's, charge! Initiate long-range airstrike support.
Hold altitude. Maintain speed. We'll go in as far as we can.
We've been detected by the Raptures. We're being targeted by their anti-aircraft guns.
Transitioning to autopilot. We'll
Ah,
attack
right,
in
here we
1
go.
minute. We'll meet at the nearest rendezvous point J. Once we've all joined up, we're going to make a mad rush for the lift. We're against the clock here. We need to launch a surprise attack before the Raptures have time to react. Don't use your parachutes. Use the reverse injection device instead.
The what?
I only have one command for you. Wipe them all out.
Red Hood!
Okay, let's do this.
Snow White and Red Hood leap out of the plane.
Wow, they're everywhere. Let's start with the 3 o'clock direction.
Looking good, Red.
You got it!
Wolfsbane ready!
7 dwarves ready!
Let's obliterate these fools!
Ah, there they are. As Snow White and Red Hood descend, they unleash a hell of gunfire, aiming their weapons indiscriminately as they spray the ground with a shower of bullets. That is a nice image. Super awesome. barrage of ear-splitting gunfire and explosions rocks the ground, sending successive shockwaves furling outwards. No ordinary raptor could hope to survive such an vicious onslaught. Endless waves of raptors are tossed backward and by the overwhelming display of firepower.
Run it back one more time!
Yes!
Snow White's 7 doors look so much smaller
Good.
now.
Again!
The ground is getting awfully close!
Just when it was getting good. Fine. Reverse injection device activated.
What the heck is a reverse injection? While the speed of the descent slows significantly, they still experience a hard landing. This is enough to stop Snow White and Red Hood, however. After the crash landing, the two of them promptly get up and resume their assault.
How do you like them apples?
A garish and overdone entrance, if I say so myself.
Worked, didn't it?
I second that statement.
Scarlet and Dorothy are, having finished the initial charge, rush forward. Dorothy lithely darts to and fro as if dancing in a violent ballet, and Scarlet wields her sword with a remarkable poise in cutting down her enemies mercilessly. Suddenly, a colossal rapture leaps down and blocking their pathway.
We've encountered the beam soldier model.
We're too deep behind enemy lines.
Can you not disrupt the beam with your sword?
'Tis worth a try.
Don't, or else you're toast.
A golden halo emits from Rapunzel's staff and stops in front of Scarlet and Dorothy. The beam fired by the gigantic rapture dissipates before contact with the protective halo.
Scarlet, will your sword work against this thing?
As if thou had to ask. I shall show thee what it means to render heaven and earth asunder.
With one fell swoop, with her swords, Scarlet cleaves the rapture in two, sending it tumbling to the ground amid a massive explosion.
I still have room for improvement. I should have slain this vermin with greater haste.
Point clear. Proceeding in the 2 o'clock direction.
Ah, so you came down too.
What? That area's swarming with raptures!
Wouldn't it be advisable to take a detour?
There's no time! Lilith has already gone in that direction.
Then what are we standing around yapping for? Let's move!
Snow White stares at the veritable army of raptures in front of her. Countless raptures are swarming one after another. The seemingly endless mob of raptures is so prolific that it fills Snow White's vision. She feels as if she's suffocating. But when she turns up toward the sky and sees something descending, she can suddenly breathe again. Little Eyes is running at full speed, full sprint, cutting through the middle of the raptures. Despite having witnessed this sight numerous times before, Snow White nevertheless feels a strange foreignness at the sight. The sheer power that is on display seems alien, as if from another world. Wow, just a flick of her hand? After landing on the ground, Little Eyes proceeds to tear raptures limb from limb, sending countless parts flying through the air. Little Eyes, she's the wellspring from which all existing Nikkes originate, the first and strongest Nikke. Even the cutting-edge Grimm's models are mere copies of her inferior ones at that. Like always, after single-handedly taking down hundreds of raptures, Little Eyes dusts herself off and casually remarks,
Shall we go?
I have met my match. Victory is not assured.
just how did they make her? The Goddess Squad rushes towards the lift. Red Hood has a splitting headache, and she has less control over her movements than before. She's certain that the end is fast approaching. But whenever she catches sight of her colleagues running in front of her, a smile spreads across her face. Rapture forces are closing in. Wings of victory engage in battle. Goddess Squad joins the fight, shouldering the weight of humanity's future. Yeah, I can't wait to learn more about Little Eyes later on.
Get
Eventually,
lost.
at some
I'm
point.
busy.
I'm on my way. You're a rather tenacious foe.
Kindly deliver judgment.
Need a sharper
Oh no! I was just getting into the groove!
I'm on my way.
Building up to the climax.
The goddess Goddess Squad is victorious once again!
Come on.
1 kilometer until the lift. Is everyone okay?
All good.
There are presumably elite units guarding the entrance. And there might be an enemy threat inside the lift as well. But that shouldn't pose a problem. You are all strong. Isn't that right, Commander?
Right.
The one human among the group is super struggling.
Can't you try to be a bit more composed?
Give me a break. I'm human.
We did just run 3 kilometers without stopping.
Uh-oh. You see that big boy in front of us?
Say that again?
Ultra.
Everyone be wary of its tentacles. Get
Red Hood rushes forward.
Red Hood, maintain your position!
Sorry, but there's no time for that.
Everyone, file in after Red Hood! We're going up against Ultra. Once we take it down, the lift will be right in front of us.
Let's go! Encounter!
So he faces the end of part 1 of this, the first half. What's gonna happen? I mean, I know it's sort of what's gonna happen, but... Whoa, this is completely new. What is this? Whoa! I've never seen that plane part before. Oh, that was so cool. I've never seen...
Sorry to break it to you, but this is the end! Sorry to break it to you, but this is the end!
Leaping Fading, strike!
Blast away!
Salvation will come through victory!
I shall grant you victory, Your Grace.
The
Enemy
aftermath.
down.
There's a lift.
If it hadn't snuck up on us, that thing wouldn't have been a challenge at all.
Let's get in the lift.
You don't have to tell me twice.
There might be enemy units inside. Everyone be on your guard. Is everything all right with the spacesuit, Commander?
All good. I've always wanted to wear one of these. I couldn't sleep last night, I was so excited.
Did you grow up wanting to be an astronaut?
Well then, let's go.
Ouch! Dang! That's bright! Looks like the sun came out to welcome us.
How cliched can you get?
Check out the sky, Snow. Isn't it beautiful?
What's wrong?
Everyone, look over there.
Ah,
Do you know what that is?
there she is. Everyone stares at where Red Hood points. Off in the distance, a bit too far to make out clearly, there's an indistinct figure floating in the air with the sun on their back. It's the form of a human.
Is it me? Or does that look like a human?
Not a human.
Perhaps it's a new type of decoy? I thought they'd given up the notion of air superiority, but they might have changed their minds.
'Tis a most peculiar shape for a decoy.
It just moved. Something's coming out of it. Is it splitting apart? It looks like a giant wet...
Rapunzel, not now.
Rapunzel, are you okay?
It's all my fault for corrupting her.
Let me see. Does anyone have binoculars?
Why don't you just use the zoom function on your phone?
Good call. Snow White, always coming in clutch with the tech tips.
I thought this was common knowledge.
The commander looks at the silhouette with his phone camera.
I don't think that's a decoy. It's Cinderella.
What?
Oh god.
The face is exactly the same as the one I received in the dossier. I can see the glass slippers as well, but her eyes...
Are red.
Everyone, take cover!
Get ready to counterattack!
A hailstorm of bright blue light beams fill the entire sky like a luminescent water droplets and begins to rain down on the party.
What the hell are these things? Are all of them beams?
There's no way we can evade them! Rapunzel! On it!
Rapunzel manifests a golden halo which floats up to top the party. Numerous light beams falling from the sky are all diffused in different directions.
She's firing another volley!
What? Again? I'll try to block it!
Red Hood, under and over!
Got it! She's mine!
Rapunzel conjures up another halo which diverts the next barrage of light beams. Red Hood quickly gets into the shooting stance and then fires a single shot towards Cinderella. The four floating objects surrounding Cinderella are all close into a solid shape. The bullet fired off by Red Shot flies toward the unidentified mass, which is cylindrical in shape. The cylinder appears to be reflect a bullet and rebound it back.
It deflected it?
Amid a mass of cloud dust, Red Hood is hurled backwards.
Red Hood!
We've got more beams incoming!
What is this? There's no way she's controlling that many beams by herself.
Oh, but she
I'm
is.
low on power. I can't create any more distortion rings.
I shall sever her in two.
Don't be insane, just hold on tight! Commander, cover your mouth and nose!
Blue Eyes picks everyone up and starts running.
So fast! I can't breathe!
Deal with it! This is our only chance of escaping!
Why are we escaping?
We can't win!
My ass, we can't.
If you're so intent on dying, at least wait until we've defeated this thing!
Time is one thing I don't have a lot of.
Despite deploying over 100 mass-produced Nikkes, numerous long-range weapons, and the Goddess Squad, the operation to topple the Queen ends in failure. The Rapture forces near the lift swell to 4 times its original size, and the United Forces of Humanity determined the capturing of the lift is an impossible task. A decision is made. All of human that remain will be evacuated to the Ark, a massive city being built underground. Mankind has been defeated by Raptures.
Oh,
Where's Lilith?
She pushed herself to the limit and had to undergo maintenance. She'll be immobile for some time.
Okay.
So what happens next?
Mankind will escape underground. The world will fall into the hands of Raptures.
And humans will die out.
Not necessarily. From what I hear, the living conditions in the Ark are actually quite ideal. The only downside is its limitations with regard to size.
What do we do now?
We help with the move.
And after that?
Most likely reside in the Ark and prepare for retaliation.
I see.
So much for that.
Alright. I'm calling it.
What?
I'm at my limit. I doubt I have many days left. Today may well be my last.
What are you talking about? You said you'd stay with us until the end.
Sorry, kid. I lied. I'll die in my hometown. That was something I decided a long time ago. At first, I wanted to die on the battlefield, fighting alongside you all. But we managed to make it out alive. So I'm going.
You can't go. I won't let you.
Snow? Listen to me carefully. The wolf must die under the well. Everyone has a predestined final resting place. I'm not destined to die here.
Don't lie. I know you want to stay here with us. You like this place. You were willing to die alongside us.
Fine. You got me. No more beating around the bush. This thing we call corruption, it won't kill me. Not directly, at least. It will only end when someone else puts me out of my misery. If I stay here, the corruption will slowly take over me. And you'll be forced to make a terrible choice. When the time comes, will you be able to go through with it? Promise that you'll shoot me.
Yes, I'll do it!
But will you be able to do it without crying?
Definitely not.
You can't. You're all far too nice for that. The last thing I'll ever see is all of you bawling your eyes out. What kind of final image is that to go out on? I'd never want that. So I'm leaving. I'll go away and die quietly.
Okay.
Commander!
If that is your decision, I won't stop you. You've earned the right to choose for yourself.
Thank you, boss. And everyone.
Dorothy, if you would, please restrain Snow White.
Hey! Let me go! Let go!
Be good, kid. It's been fun.
Red Hood, don't go! Stay here with me! Please!
Ah,
I'll
Snow.
pull the trigger when I have to! I promise! I won't cry! I won't even flinch! Just please, don't go!
Without a word, Red Hood turns around and starts walking.
Are you really going? You're leaving me? Are you really?
Red Hood keeps walking.
Fine! Go then! Go and die alone! I won't shed a single tear for you! Daddy! Liar! I hate you!
Red Hood disappears.
Red Hood! Don't go! Don't leave me!
End of part 1. Amidst the gloomy atmosphere, as dense as the fog, only silence pervades. Red Hood has left the squad. Oh god. I knew this wasn't gonna be an easy event, but still sucks. Why not change it?
En route.
Ah. Red Ash. Part 2. Here we go. Got a squad briefing room.
We've received reports of a large mass of Raptures heading towards the entrance to the Ark. If they keep their current pace, they'll arrive in 3 days.
We'll have to intercept. Anything about them that we should pay particular attention to?
No. The group consists entirely of older models, and we've only detected 2 colossal Raptures in their midst.
Noted. Then let's hurry and finish them off.
When are we planning on leaving?
In 1 hour. Everyone get ready.
Might thou not be somewhat hasty in making this decision? 'Twas but yesterday we were engaged in a formidable skirmish.
To be exact, we've had successive battlefield engagements for 2 weeks straight.
It can't be helped. It's been 2 months since humanity accepted defeat and evacuated to the Ark.
That long already,
The
huh?
migration was organized in secret, but the Raptures somehow caught on to our plan. Might I remind you all how many times the Raptures have laid siege to the Ark's entrance? 212 times. And that's
Yikes.
only based on official reports.
In 2 months, wow.
Actually, Commander, it's 221.
Either way, these creatures are trying everything in their power to breach the entrance. That's why we're moving all of our forces towards the Ark entrance. We cannot afford to lose this position. I know moving out so soon seems rash. But if we don't move quickly, it could mean extinction for all of mankind. The other teams are doing everything they can to hold them back, but it's not enough. They need us. The Goddess Squad. The Goddesses of Victory.
I understand. Perchance I was somewhat hasty in my rapprochement.
I'll get ready.
What about Rapunzel and Snow White?
They're off in their own worlds, as usual.
Can you
What
bring
way
them
is
here?
Rapunzel off in her own world?
Rapunzel,
Yes?
get ready. We're moving out.
Again?
Yes.
Understood.
How's the research coming along?
Intermittently, but I've figured out the basic principles. The so-called corruption contaminates the nanomachines in our brains and twists our mindset into that of Raptures. You could consider it a form of warped hypnosis. If you're not familiar with the concept of hypnosis, it's when...
That's fine. You can tell me about it later. I just want to know if there's a cure.
In theory, before the corruption spreads too far, all you should have to do is remove the nanomachines.
Like, that's easy.
Unfortunately, that's easier said than done. The United Forces of Humanity, or the central government rather, and the VTC are proposing only one solution. Immediate and total destruction of the brain. There is a temporary solution that we're calling cryogenic sleep, but its efficacy remains in question. If only Red Hood were here. She was able to maintain control of her senses for all that time.
Yes, but such cases are exceedingly rare.
That's putting it mildly. So far, Red Hood has been the only one. I never saw a case like
Why
hers,
was Red Hood the only
where she was
one?
able to stave off the effects for so long.
You speak about her as if she's already dead. She could still be alive.
Oh, I wish that were true. When she left, she was nearing the end already. Before she walked away, I made a promise. I told her that I would cure her no matter what. But when she left, I couldn't stop her. I couldn't say for certain that I would cure her. My so-called promise was just a feeble attempt to get her to stay. It's something I regret dearly, and will until the day I die. So now I've got to do everything I can to find a cure. I have no idea how long it may take. But one day, I will find a way to rid us of this corruption.
I hope you do.
Speak of the devil? How are you holding up? I know you and Red Hood weren't on the best terms, but...
Me? I'm regretting it. I should have shot her. If I'd known she would have chosen to die a horrible death all alone, I would have done it. I'd have pushed through the tears and pulled the trigger.
Would you have,
I've regretted it every day since she left.
I knew you felt for her.
Oh, man.
Get lost. I'm busy.
How's Snow White doing after 2 months?
The judgment delivered by prayer is always fair.
Snow White!
Hey, could you take a look at this? I
Well,
was
she's
inspired by
outwardly
lances
fine.
for this piece. I designed it for firing at point-blank range. It can also be fired from vast distances. And if you're really in a jam, it can operate as a projectile or a stabbing weapon.
Amazing.
Sure, she's still broken up
Would
inside.
you like to try it out? I think it'd really suit you.
'Tis most impressive, but my blade shall suffice.
Are you sure? Too bad.
In 1 hour's time, we shall march.
Okay. How many are we up against this time?
Save for their forces being massive, including 2 colossal Raptures amongst their ranks, I know but scant information.
Alright then, I'll take this and this.
The anti-ship rifles appear to have fallen into disuse. Pray tell, is it due to the memories that they stir within you?
Yes. They always paired well with Red Hood's arsenal.
You still loathe her?
Yes.
Surely thou ought to have forgiven her by now?
What does it matter even if I did? She's dead. She abandoned her comrades.
Snow.
I'll never forgive her for that. Let's go.
Very well.
Some wasteland. Our hometown is far away. The blazing blue sky.
Oh, for crying out loud. What is it now?
Old thing given out.
Well, it's officially kaput. First my body, now the cassette player.
Tragic.
Seems like everything's breaking down on me.
Red Hood stands in the middle of the road and heaves a deep sigh. She's been standing here for 3 hours now, and not a single soul has passed by.
I think I might have to abandon the hitchhiking plan. Should have figured as much. What with the evacuation and all, everything's a mess right now.
You think there'd be drivers in this area?
Still,
Or anywhere?
it's a bit far to hoof it. And on top of that, I haven't got a clue what I'll encounter along the way. What to do?
Oh, actually, there's someone out here. Off in the distance, a military truck rumbles along the road, leaving plumes of dust behind it. The vehicle screeches to a halt in front of Red Hood, and a man gets out of the driver's seat side.
What in the world are you doing here?
Ah, Oswald again.
I'm hitchhiking.
Where to?
Depends on where you're headed.
I don't know how to feel about you, Oswald. You seem to have supported the Grimm's models, but you also
I'm going
just
to the Ark
let the Gauss
entrance.
squads left on the
Perfect.
surface.
Any chance you could give me a lift?
Have you got a ticket? You can't enter the Ark without a winning ticket.
Oh no,
I don't like him.
I don't want to head inside the Ark. I've just got some business to take care of along that route. I'll get off before you get there, so can you give me a ride?
Sure.
This guy.
Oh, and also, you don't happen to have any painkillers, do you? The strong stuff they use for Nikkes?
Gauss squad has withstood the 222nd Rapture air raid.
It's time to punish the sinners.
In the current time that the game takes place, Oswald's probably dead as in me. So we couldn't even, like, get any sort of retribution for him if I wanted to.
You're a rather tenacious foe.
Oh no, I was just getting into the groove.
You're a rather tenacious foe.
This guy Oswald just keeps showing up. Won't leave
A
us alone.
commendable battle, but I desire stronger opponents next time.
All clear.
Well done. Let's head back.
That scoundrel still refuses to show herself.
You mean Cinderella?
Yes, my entire body itches for revenge.
Are you even sure that you could win against it?
All I can do is give it my best.
We can drop the Cinderella moniker going forward. It's been given a formal code name. Anachiro. Anachiro.
Why would this being scurry off with its tail tucked between its legs?
It's done nothing of the sort. Anachiro is on the lips of nearly everyone in the Ark. We've just been so preoccupied with our battlefield engagements that we haven't noticed. She leaves a trail of utter destruction in her wake.
If only they
No one
knew.
even has time to put up a fight before they're annihilated. The most curious thing is that she always lets one person live. Just one. Be it a Nikke or a human. It's as if she wants to leave a witness to spread the word about her achievements. How could this have happened to Cinderella? She was a Grimm's model, and the second generation to boot. She should be fighting alongside the humans. Back in the research center, you saw that Rapture and Nikke amalgamation yourself.
Red shoes.
It's safe to assume that this Anachiro is the successful version of what we saw in that lab. Her power has been enhanced to unprecedented levels, and she's been programmed to be hostile towards humanity.
So are we just going to let her cause all this chaos?
Not a chance. Anachiro is quickly becoming a symbol. To the Raptures, she represents victory. And for humans, terror. She is our diametric opposite. The shadow to our light. I'd love nothing more than to take her down, but our hands are full as is. Besides, we won't have to wait long until we encounter her again.
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time until she finds us and attacks the entrance to the Ark.
Is there any way we can stand up against her?
Our safest bet is pitting her against Lilith one-on-one.
So, in other words, all we can do is throw Lilith to the wolves.
Don't give up hope just yet. Lilith specializes in one-on-one combat.
Oh, I know. If there's anyone who can take it down, it's Lilith.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
So what you mean is, the only reason we couldn't vanquish the Fiend was because Lilith was preoccupied with rescuing us?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Well, at least you're confident.
The truth is a harsh mistress.
You all have an important duty. I can't let you die.
How important?
Much more important.
Everybody in? Let's head back.
Everyone turns and starts walking back, save for the commander and Little Eyes, who remain standing and watch everyone as they walk off.
Commander.
I've got you.
Commander helps support Little Eyes.
Sorry, just for another minute or so. I must weigh a ton.
You're as light as a feather.
You're kidding.
She's running out of time.
A feather made of steel. Ow!
I think I'm almost at my limit.
Don't say that. That's not true.
I hope it isn't, but this has been happening more often. Don't give me that face. I'll be sticking around to see that bunch stand on their own 2 feet. I won't abandon them just like that. I told you not to give me that face.
I knew this was coming too, but still hurts to see.
I will show you what Eden is capable of.
I'm on my way.
Develop something like an infinite magazine.
Let me print you more.
Better reload.
Hold on just a little longer.
I want to see that fight with Cinderella.
Goddess Squad is victorious once again!
I want to see the big fight. The military vehicle makes its way through the wasteland.
Hey, Mr. Nice Guy,
It's Oswald.
Oh, okay. Oswald. Aren't you nervous about picking up hitchhikers at a time like this?
I should ask you the same thing. Shouldn't you be more scared? Hitching rides in the middle of an apocalypse?
I'll be fine. You're the one who should be scared.
Ooh. Red Hood pulls out a pistol.
If you're not careful, you could end up picking up someone dangerous.
I'll keep that in mind.
Red Hood hands the pistol back to Oswald.
If at any point you feel I'm acting out of sorts, feel free to plug me in. Like if my voice changes or my eyes turn red. That pistol is meant for when we must self-terminate, but you'll be able to operate it as well.
You're starting to scare me.
Just promise me you'll pull the trigger if you have to, or else you'll see something truly scary.
Okay.
Oswald takes the pistol from Red Hood.
So, Red Hood, where should I drop you off?
You know who I am?
Of course.
Yes.
Who are you? How do you know me?
I'm just a guy driving a military convoy to the Ark.
Sounds to me like you're someone high up in the United Forces of Humanity.
We go by the term central government now.
Has a cure been found for corruption? If
Nope.
you're one of the head honchos, you should know.
VTC and Rapunzel are still looking into it, but it doesn't seem they've made much progress. Cryogenic sleep can stave off the effects in the early stages, but that's about it.
When you say early stages, how early are we talking?
About 3 hours.
Oh,
Very short.
that ship has definitely sailed in my case.
Red Hood gulps down the painkiller Oswald gave her.
How are you still alive?
Good question.
I received a report that you'd been terminated 2 months ago because of corruption.
Well, not only am I alive and kicking, but my mind is still intact. I'm apparently a special case.
It would seem so.
You're not going to rat me out, are you?
That depends. If you answer my questions, I won't.
Sure, why not? Just keep in mind that I may randomly pass out.
Noted. It's been 2 whole months. Why haven't you returned to the Goddess Squad?
I fainted when I was wandering out there. I only came to 3 days ago.
So are you going back now?
No. I can't even pull the trigger on my own gun. Whenever I think about it, it only gets worse.
What gets worse? The pain in your body?
I feel like shooting humans.
Well, that's really not a good feeling to have.
So I can't go back.
They would welcome you with open arms.
Yeah, they would.
I abandoned them. That's why I can't go back.
Then where are you going?
Home.
Why?
Because I'm scared of my squad mates.
Oh, Red.
Do you think they'd really hold that much of a grudge? What on earth did you say to them when you left?
It's not that. I just don't want to see the sadness on their faces. Even if I do go back and rejoin them, I die eventually. That's a scary proposition for them.
Is that why you decided to go off and die alone?
It's better that way. I'm the only one that suffers.
Are you?
I see.
Red Hood suddenly feels a wave of fatigue washing over her. She's unsure whether it's the painkillers kicking in or if her time is finally up. She slumps further down in her seat and takes several deep breaths.
Man, I'm tired.
The Goddess Squad is truly amazing.
I don't understand you, Oswald.
I'll never forget your first battle. The first operation, where all the members were deployed. It was remarkable.
And yet
Why
you
are
still
you
left him to
bringing
die on the
this up?
surface.
It's not every day you get to meet a member of the Goddess Squad in real life. Don't mind me. I'm just fanboying.
Okay, fine. I guess.
Now, where was I? Oh, right. After the initial raid, you all took down 4 colossal Raptures in an instant. Those towering beasts seemed invincible, but you defeated them like it was nothing. You gave us hope that we could beat the Raptures. And in the residential defense battle, from this moment on, death would never cross the threshold into our homes. What a blissful feeling that was.
That's what Boss said.
Then, there was the time one of you destroyed their stronghold single-handedly.
Lilith.
Another time, you enticed all the Raptures lurking in the forest
Is
to
Oswald
draw
saying this
them
for
out.
himself?
Right.
Or is he saying it possibly like for Cinderella,
was
who wanted to
Dorothy.
fangirl over them?
She's amazing.
You managed to rescue 50 civilians, all without incurring a single casualty.
Yeah. Scarlet is really something.
And then, the White Reaper taking out those snipers.
White Reaper.
I didn't believe it could be done.
Snow is always true to her word.
She took that shot from 8 kilometers out, didn't she?
I think so.
How did you feel at that time?
Nothing special. I just knew I had to catch them. Otherwise, my friends would die.
As I thought. You all really are amazing. Then, there was that other time, at the Starlight Bridge.
Red Hood falls asleep, listening to Oswald excitedly recounting the Goddess Squad's past exploits. Although she can't quite put her finger on it, she's able to sleep soundly for the first time in ages. Don't understand you, Oswald. Are you friend or foe? You've done both things very strongly.
Enemy spotted!
You seem to love the Goddess Squad, but you didn't?
Better reload.
I just don't know with him. It's confusing.
You're a rather tenacious foe. A commendable battle, but I desire stronger opponents next time.
Explosion sounds from far. Red Hood wakes up with a start.
What's going on?
Apparently, there's a fight going on somewhere.
Let's check it out.
What for?
To help.
How could we possibly help?
I don't know.
Sorry, not a good enough answer.
Come on, let's go!
This vehicle is only outfitted with defensive capabilities. It'd be suicide for us to go over there.
Just shut up and step on it!
The vehicle stops. Off in the distance, there are bodies lying on the ground, along with scattered Rapture wreckage.
No.
It looks like a group of refugees. About 20 of them. No sign of life.
There must be some of them out there who are still alive.
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, we need to get out of here. We don't stand a chance against that many Raptures.
I can handle them by myself.
Not right now, you can't.
Yes, I can.
You said yourself, you can't even fire your own gun. What can you possibly do?
I don't know.
I don't know isn't good enough.
Red Hood kicks open the door and clambers out.
Red Hood!
What's she doing? What's she gonna find, even?
If only there were a worthy opponent.
The art earlier on, like, the menu page showed off Red Hood standing against Cinderella herself.
Good.
Is she gonna try and one-on-one her?
I'm on my way. Need a sharper sword.
I shall grant you victory, Your Grace.
Amazing. You tore those Raptures apart with your bare hands.
Phew. I didn't know that would actually work.
I'll be.
I should have done this long ago.
You truly are a goddess.
My head. This is bad. Ugh.
A crowd gathers and they start buzzing.
It's Nikke. She destroyed those Raptures with her bare hands.
She doesn't look like she's doing too well.
She's not corrupted or anything, is she?
More than, yeah.
Doesn't that make them turn against humans? What should we do?
Hold on a minute. I've seen this Nikke before.
A younger child tentatively approaches Red Hood.
Hey kid, where are you going? Stay back!
Ugh. Ah.
Are you okay?
Oh,
Don't come any
you're a
closer.
unique person.
I'll hurt you.
You're one of the goddesses, aren't you?
Never seen this one
What?
before.
I saw you on TV once. You're the red one.
Yes, but just keep your distance.
Who is this? More people get together.
The kid's right. She is one of the goddesses. Now I remember.
The goddess of victory herself!
Are you hurt? I didn't think goddesses could get injured.
Red Hood's vision begins to blur as she glances around her. About 10 people are staring at her, all with the same expression. Red Hood knows that expression well. She's seen it hundreds of times before. She clenches her teeth, forces her lips into a smile and gets up.
Ta-da! How was my acting?
Phew. I thought you were really hurt.
I'm a really good actor.
Did she suppress the corruption?
The gathering crowd approaches Red Hood, with hopeful looks on their faces.
So it really is you. You're Red Hood.
Oh my gosh! I never dreamt I'd ever meet a goddess in the flesh!
Thank you so much. You saved our lives.
How can we ever repay you?
I'm sorry. I should have come sooner.
Please, don't be sorry. We're alive and that's what matters. We had given up. But who knew a goddess would come to save the day? You really are the goddess of victory.
I keep saying that.
Where are
huh?
the others? I'm a massive fan of Dorothy.
I'm partial to Rapunzel, I am.
Oh,
Like nuns, huh?
they had other things to do, so I'm going solo today.
Oh, okay. Well, can you let her know what a massive fan I am?
Me too.
Sure thing.
I'm Oswald from the central government. Where were all of you heading? We were on our way to the Ark. Do you all have tickets? Yes, of course. We all have one. Speaking of which, just a moment.
The refugees begin to search on one of the dead bodies on the ground.
What are you doing?
I'm as sorry for these people as the next guy, but they won't be needing their tickets any longer.
I suppose, yeah.
There might be other people out there who need them.
It is fair, I guess.
If you're heading to the Ark, we can go together. That's where we're going. It might be a tight squeeze in the truck, but it'll sure beat walking. Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much.
The refugees start bustling around.
Hey kid, what's your name?
Frisia.
Frisia, huh?
Okay, Frisia. Where are your mom and dad?
They're dead. They got
Figures.
sick. It only happened recently.
Oh, from sickness, huh?
You must miss them very much.
I do, but it's okay. I was able to say goodbye to them. They were sick for a long time. So we talked a lot. About things we liked, what we didn't like. We talked about all sorts of stuff. So that's okay. I'm sure my mom and dad are in a happier place, too.
That's good.
I have a dream. I want to become a Nikke just like you all.
Don't.
You do.
Just my honest
You
answer,
all
don't.
give us hope. So that's what I want to do.
Is that so? Becoming a Nikke is a serious matter. It's not like you can go back. You might want to think it over.
No, I'm going to become a Nikke. I'm sure of it.
All right, then.
Can you give me your autograph?
What?
Here, right here.
Frisia takes out a pair of leather gloves and pen.
I've never signed anything before.
Please?
Feeling rather awkward, Red Hood signs the gloves.
There you go.
Yikes! Your handwriting is really sloppy.
I mean, you're also writing on a glove.
You think you could do any better?
Not a paper board or anything.
I'd like to see you write on a leather glove and make it look good.
Thanks.
Frisia hustles over to the truck and hops in.
This kid.
Let's go.
I'm good. This is my stop.
You can't be serious.
I am.
If we drop our load, we should have enough space for you.
I appreciate the offer, but I'm good. Honestly. Besides, aren't those supplies meant for the Ark? Aren't they important? If I go with you, then there won't be any room for these people. So, just go.
Don't forget this.
Huh. Oswald hands a cassette player to Red
Huh?
Hood.
This is mine? Why do you have it?
You were cradling it while you were sleeping, so I figured I'd take a peek at it. I fixed it for you.
Well, aren't you nice, Oswald?
Thanks.
I'll give this back to you, too.
Oswald returns Red Hood's pistol to her.
I pray that you won't have to use it on yourself.
Me too.
You see that radio tower over there? There should be several bicycles below it.
Bicycles, huh?
A Nikke should be able to use them as well.
Forget it. It's not that far off. I can walk.
You'll need it for when you head back.
He got you there.
Well, I'm off.
Oswald stands up, around him out straight, and gives Red Hood a salute.
For fighting on mankind's behalf. I sincerely thank the Goddess Squad.
Much appreciated.
I still don't understand him. Is he a good guy? Is he bad? The vehicle races off. Refugee leans out the window and waves goodbye. Although Red Hood can't tell what they're saying, judging from their expressions on their faces, it's not hard to guess. Sunset burns fiery red.
Snow White! Snow White! Are you kidding me? Snow White!
Huh? Oh, hey Lilith. When did you get here?
10 minutes ago.
Oh, really? Sorry, I was thinking about something else.
Just kidding. I just got here. Are you crafting another weapon?
Yeah, and I think this one is gonna be my masterpiece.
Who is it for?
I still haven't decided that yet.
Let me see. Looks like a high caliber rifle. That's what Red Hood typically wields.
I made some improvements. Decreased the weight and increased the range. This might make the recoil more severe, but I'm thinking of applying a reversal device on the butt. The recoil was definitely a bit much during the simulation I just ran, but a bit of fine-tuning should fix that problem.
Impressive.
Not only that, but by consolidating all the 7 dwarfs' functions into one?
Snow White, I heard you sequestered yourself in your workshop and have been doing nothing but making weapons.
She's not making a sound towards
That's
zero,
right.
is she?
Why?
I want to be as powerful as you are. When I'm as strong as you are physically, I'll know that I'm growing stronger mentally too.
Why do you want to be strong?
The stronger you are, the better.
Yes, that's true, but you need a reason to become stronger. If you don't know what you're striving for, you can only improve so much. I presume there is something motivating you.
There is.
Tell me.
I don't want to lose anyone else. If I'd
Yeah.
been stronger, we wouldn't have lost to Anachiro. And Red Hood would never have left like that. She wouldn't even have been corrupted in the first place. She wouldn't have deserted me.
Do you still hate her for leaving?
Yes.
Weren't you close friends?
Yes, but not anymore. Not after she abandoned me.
Do you really believe that?
What do you think?
I think it's a shame.
You mean for Red Hood?
For all of you. I can understand why Red Hood did what she did. She knew that her body was slowly decaying, and she knew how her story would end. The worst part for her was forcing someone else to give her story its final ending. And not just anyone, but her closest friends. In that kind of situation, what other option did she have? Running away may not have seemed like the best option to her. But it was the only way to make sure as few people got hurt as possible. On the other hand, I can understand your frustration at having to let her go. Even though the end was approaching, there was nothing you could do for her. Despite all of that, it doesn't give you grounds for harboring hatred towards her. I suppose what makes me most upset of all is that we didn't get to have a proper farewell.
Yeah,
Us
very
having to
abrupt.
part ways was unavoidable. I understand that. But it could have been handled better.
But how?
I don't know. I don't have all the answers. However, it's not too late, so we should keep thinking.
She's dead.
This won't be the first time this happens. Whether you like it or not, there are going to be times where you need to part ways with those who are dear to you. And we don't want to send them off unceremoniously like Red Hood, do we?
You're not dying, are you?
Well, caught on.
Why would you think that?
Just tell me you're not.
I'm not.
Yet.
Okay.
Snow White hugged Little Eyes. Ah.
I miss her. I shouldn't have said those things to her. I feel terrible.
It's okay.
Is losing Little Eyes what makes Snow
I'm
White
sure
go
she'd
into a
understand.
mind switch?
Get lost. I'm busy.
That's just another one of the questions I've yet to have an answer for.
I was just getting into the groove.
Reloading!
Why don't you just develop something like an infinite magazine?
Ah.
Sorry to break it to you, but this is the end. Sorry to break it to you, but this is the end. Sorry to break it to you, but this is the end.
Well, let's get through it.
Time to finish.
Get out of here. I don't need you stalling things out.
The Goddess Squad is victorious once again!
Goddess Squad deliberates the whereabouts of our Anachiro, Cinderella.
I'm anxious.
You're a rather tenacious foe.
Infinite magazine.
commendable battle, but I desire stronger opponents next time.
The top brass are asking you to report in?
Correct.
And they only want to talk to you and Lillyweiss?
Correct again. They wanted someone who was in command.
They couldn't have picked a worse time. We're in the middle of a skirmish here.
This is the only opportunity they've had to get in touch with us. According to preliminary scans, there won't be any attacks from the Raptures for the next 3 days. They're a fair distance away, and there are a lot of obstacles between us and them.
It shouldn't take long for us to report in.
Has the situation changed?
I can't say right now, but there's a high chance it has.
We'll be back soon enough, so don't worry too much. Let's see. Dorothy,
Yes?
you assume the role of leader in the absence of the commander and I.
So that's how she
Me?
became leader.
Yes. Are you up to it?
I can do it. Although, to be honest, I'm not entirely confident that everyone will listen to me. For example, this one here with the blade.
I cannot be subservient to someone weaker than myself.
Exhibit A.
Not least of all, a Philistine who besmirches the fine art of fighting with one's own body.
Exhibit B.
You're not serious, are you, Scarlet?
Perhaps, perhaps not.
If you listen to Dorothy, you can face me one-on-one.
A most enticing proposition.
I don't like the sound of this.
Take care of yourselves, everyone. Although I'm sure nothing will happen.
You'll be right back?
Promise. If I think it's going to take up too much time, I'll find a way to sneak out.
Something bad's about to happen.
Don't do that.
See you all later. I'm a bit apprehensive.
Everything will be fine.
How much longer does my body have left?
About 2 centuries, give or take a few years.
Centuries, huh?
Wow, I have a long time yet. I never anticipated living that long, especially given how I was designed to be effective in the short term. With things as they are. However, I can understand how Red Hood felt.
Lilith, you have to stay strong. I don't want to hear weak talk like that.
You're right. Sorry. Just consider it a minor complaint.
Do they trick the commander into the arc
may no
before
one
everyone
be
else?
hurt.
'Cause I'm pretty sure I remember that the commander did get into the arc himself. I'm sure the commander would not have gone quietly with his squad left on surface. So what did they do to him?
I'm on my way. A commendable battle, but I desire stronger opponents next time.
Red Hood is lying on the floorboards of an old house. On her journey home, her condition worsened to the point where she was effectively immobile. Although she was initially laid down to rest briefly, it's been over 24 hours already. With her mind in disarray, Red Hood remains reminisces about the past.
Wow, so you're all the goddesses? I'm Red Hood. Nice to meet you. Is anyone here a fan of the oldies by any chance? No one? Then come here. I'll play some for you. You're gonna love this. Hey, Snooty. What's with the umbrella? It's not even raining.
How many times have I told you? Don't call me Snooty. And this isn't an umbrella. It's a parasol.
Blocks the
A
sun.
parasol. What the heck is that?
Keeps sun out of your face.
You can use it to block the sunlight. Well, it serves the same purpose as an umbrella.
I use one too.
So it's an umbrella.
I've already told you, it's a parasol.
Does it do a good job of blocking out the sun?
Of course. That's what a parasol is meant to do.
Then let me borrow it. I want to take a nap, but the sun is practically burning into my retinas.
Actually, I misspoke. This isn't a parasol.
Oh, come on! Don't be like that! Let me borrow it!
No.
She never did end up giving it to me. That parsimonious. How much could a stinking umbrella possibly cost? Anyway. How come you're always so sensitive?
Red.
That's no way to make friends.
Instruct them to be gone. My sensitivity is paramount to maintaining my edge. Only then can I assure that I never lose.
A sword must be kept in its sheath when it's
Yes,
not in
music.
use, for it is not to lose its edge. Don't you know that? Same goes for people.
Remain in its sheath. Huh. I see. Is this a new sword technique?
That's not what I meant.
Grant me time, and I shall perfect this method.
So she ended up accidentally cutting you? Is this the reason for the scar on your neck?
Whoops.
She was super quick.
With a speed almost imperceptible to the naked eye.
Great. Just great.
You see? She's impressed.
I cannot accept such praise.
Get out, both of you.
Oh. We sure did a lot. Oh, of stupid things.
Don't you know, Red Hood? Books are food for the mind. Music can provide mental nourishment as well. We can't afford to be picky eaters, after all.
I read a ton of books.
Really?
Sure. You want to see my latest read?
Oh, here we go.
Of course! Show me! My goodness, this cover is quite...
Ow! What was that for?
My apologies. But to call something this obscene a book is sacrilegious!
It's all
What are you
literature.
talking about? It's totally a book.
This can only sully the mind.
Nothing wrong with a little hot and heavy sullying.
Ouch.
Ow!
I'm sorry, I can't control it.
Somehow, I doubt that's the case. That's when I knew. Rapunzel's true nature. Oh!
Red.
Ah! Ah!
Red Hood pulls out her pistol.
Snow, I'm sorry. Are you Snow White?
Yes, that's me.
I'm Red Hood. Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
What's the deal? You look down in the dumps.
Huh? Me? Well, it's just that other Nikkes of the Goddess Squad are such remarkable individuals, and I don't really have anything that I'm good at.
What are you talking about? No one is better or worse than the other. We've all got things we're good and bad at. No need to get upset over it. Just take a gander at me. Do I look exceptional in any way?
Not really.
Well, I suppose I have to admire your candor. Anyway, even a rabble like me can join the Goddess Squad, so don't be too hard on yourself. What's that you're working on, by the way? I heard you're pretty good with models.
I'm designing a new weapon.
Man, I really put my foot in my mouth with that one, didn't I? Any chance you could whip a weapon up for me? Something super neato?
Sure. Is there anything you have in mind?
A drill.
Excuse me?
Drill.
A drill.
Why a drill?
'Cause it's cool.
Fine.
And I wanted to be able to shoot out bullets and missiles and stuff.
Why don't you ask me to make a gun with a press for victory button attached while you're at it?
What? You mean you can't make it? I thought you can make everything, Snow.
What did you call me?
Your full name is way too long. Bit hard for me. Is it cool if I just call you Snow sometimes?
Yes. It's okay.
So about the gun, can you do it?
Sure thing. I can make it. It might take some time, but I can do it.
Awesome. Don't forget, you promised.
Red Hood, don't go!
Ah,
Stay here with me, please! Are you really going? You're leaving me?
Will you be able to go through with it? You're all far too nice for that. So I'm leaving. I'll go away and die quietly.
The Goddess Squad is truly amazing. You really are the goddesses of victory.
I want to become a Nikke just like you all. You all give us hope. So that's what I want to do.
For fighting on mankind's behalf. I sincerely thank the Goddess Squad.
Red Hood slams her head against the floor.
You idiot! You stupid fool! Why? Why? Why didn't you leave like that? You could have at least given them a decent farewell. You're such a loser. You're an embarrassment. You screwed it all up. I have to go back. I have to. I still owe them.
I do, but it's okay. I was able to say goodbye to them. About things we liked, what we didn't like. We talked about all sorts of stuff. So that's okay.
I owe them a proper farewell. And
Red Hood stands up.
I need to be someone they can be proud of. I have to prove that. I'm not a loser.
Due to an urgent call from the higher-ups, Lilywise and the commander had left the squad. Building up to the climax now, are we?
Enemy spotted! I'm on my way.
Oh no! I was just getting into the groove. Why don't they just develop something like an infinite magazine?
Like this.
And that drill gun she was talking about, is that what Red Rappy is using?
You're a rather tenacious foe.
7 Dwarves 0.
Sharper sword.
That's what I'm assuming, at least.
The judgment delivered by prayer is always fair.
Everyone, listen carefully. A large group of Raptures are advancing towards the entrance of the Ark.
Come again?
This timing. Does it not seem intentional?
How many of them are there? About 4 squadrons. 4?
What about our defenses?
It'll buy us some time, but due to the sheer number coming at us, we shouldn't expect it to hold out long. And Anachiro is with them as well.
Not it again.
They've been waiting for this.
Yes. We can only presume this is a sneak attack intended to be put into action once the commander and Lilith were away. How they came to be aware of this,
We have no idea. Perhaps some kind of intuition on their part.
When will the commander and Lilith be back?
We haven't been able to get a hold of them. We've put in several urgent calls, but there hasn't been any answer.
So there is a possibility that they were attacked?
Yes,
Then pray tell, what is our course of action?
we'll carry out a surprise attack.
How so?
It's too dangerous to engage in a confrontation here. There are too many important facilities in the immediate area. So we'll attack them first. We have to make sure that they don't get near the entrance of the Ark.
I like it.
What about the other troops on our side?
All available troops who have been stationed nearby will be joining us. We're calling for any and all available units to assist.
But surely we can't leave such a strategic area like this undefended.
The Raptures don't intend on attacking this place.
You mean they're pressing ahead?
Yes, a direct confrontation is what they're after.
Their forces far outnumber ours. 'Tis hardly what one would call a fair fight.
We're not entirely sure whether a confrontation is what they want. But one thing is for sure, they're heading for the Ark's entrance. Now everyone get ready. We'll be leaving straight away.
How are our chances looking?
What are you talking about? It's a done deal. We'll win.
She's so confident. 3 hours later, the Goddess Squad stands atop a veritable mountain of spare parts from fallen Raptures.
There are too many of them. They just keep coming.
We're running out of ammo!
We can't give up the fight just yet. Otherwise, we'll be losing another line of defense. I'll radio in for a resupply, so let's continue.
You know as well as I do that supply troops aren't fighters. They'll get routed on the way here. I suggest we fall back and get some supplies.
You should all go. I shall stay behind to hold them off. At long last, I am ready. The full brunt of my power can finally be Curses!
Let's fall back and get our supplies.
Raptures up ahead!
Just keep coming, huh?
How come there were so many of them?
The squadron that was bringing in the rear advanced straight to the front. They're attempting to bash their way through our ranks with sheer brute force.
What should we do?
Just look at how many of them there are. They'll make it to the Ark's entrance in no time. We have to stay here and hold them off. Everyone, can you do it?
Of course.
What about Cinderella? She was
Goddess
supposed to be here
Squad.
too, wasn't she?
Can you do it?
Yes, I can do it.
I'll try.
Let's go.
Things are not looking good.
I will destroy everything that's in my way.
Just what is the central government doing? Holding Commander and Little Eyes hostage or whatever.
Reloading.
That's definitely not natural for them to be unreachable.
Let's see.
Reloading!
A commendable battle. But I desire stronger opponents next time.
Clear.
You almost there?
We actually got them all!
'Twas barely enough to constitute a warm-up.
Everyone, stay still. I'm going to check for any damage.
There's only one squadron remaining, along with Anachiro.
There she
The
is.
mass-produced Nikkes have kept her hamstrung for the time being, but that won't last long. This is the only chance we have to rest and carry out repairs. I've got to call in the supply troops immediately.
Did you guys hear that?
These heinous beasts are hell-bent on putting us 6 feet under.
Raptures up ahead, coming in fast.
Everyone, administer what maintenance you can. Once you're ready, we're going back into battle. Understood.
Okay.
Everyone hurriedly conducts their cursory maintenance on themselves. As they do so, only the odd rattling and rustling can be heard. No one says a word. Scarlet is the one who finally breaks the silence.
I know. 'Tis not been many moons since I made all of your acquaintance, but I would like to proclaim.
There she is. Sound of gunfire and explosions can be heard in the distance.
Huh?
Those gunshots. I've heard them somewhere before.
Can be the only one and only.
Troops?
Hold on, I'm getting a report. What? That's... But it can't be!
Dorothy, can you please explain what's going on?
Red Hood is behind them. She's laying waste to them all.
Art thou lying?
What?
Snow White takes off at a sprint. After dashing to the highest vantage point in the area, she glances toward the direction where the shots are coming from. Again, those familiar gunshots. Again, those familiar vibrations. And... in the distance, flashes of red can be seen. Look at that! That's how you make an entrance! Like that color which Snow White missed so dearly.
You want some?
Fire belches out of Wolfsbane, vaporizing any and all Raptures in the hairline Sapphire. One shot, two shot. She fires a shot after shot without pause, reloading in the instant her clip runs empty. And she fires again.
I'm in the zone, baby! Ugh! My head! Ugh! He... Ugh! Stay where you are! It's not your turn yet. That's it! Just like that?
Go on for just a bit longer. Red Hood ignores her splitting headache, staring straight ahead, and re-aims the barrel of her rifle back toward the Raptures.
What are you looking at?
Is it really her?
Snow White, did you confirm? Yes, it's her. It's Red Hood.
Thank God.
She lives.
We have to back her up.
No! We'll join her after we're done with our maintenance and settled our supplies.
But she's...
It'll be fine. This is Red Hood we're talking about here. She never loses.
You're right.
Very well.
I'll tell the supply troops to get a move on. We'll join forces with Red Hood at the midpoint.
The Master Raptures approaching. Wings of Victory fire at the main cannon. Goth Squad is engaging in a fierce battle with the Anachiro. Cinderella.
You can leave this to me. Trust me. Better reload. I was just getting into the groove.
Need a sharper sword.
Kindly deliver judgment.
Final confrontation coming up.
The judgment delivered by prayer is always fair.
Supplies are replenished, and maintenance is complete. Let's hurry up and rendezvous with Red Hood. I'll lead the way!
Wait! Ultra incoming!
Another one, huh?
Get ready, everyone. We're going up against Ultra.
Not holding back at all, just getting right into it. Planes again, too!
Sorry to break it to you, but this is the end. Sorry to break it to you, but this is the end.
Vaporize it. Sorry
to break it to you, but this is the end. Let's keep the momentum going.
The judgment delivered by prayer is always fair.
And now?
Enemy down.
These petulant children are becoming easier to deal with. Or could it perhaps be that I've become stronger?
Red Hood!
Let's hurry. We can't leave her on her own.
Up in the sky.
Huh?
There she is. Countless pillars of light plummet down from the air.
She's here.
Everyone take cover!
The light beams strike the ground, causing the earth-shattering tremors. As the dust settles, a being covered in silver reveals itself. Devoid of any discernible commotion, it stands wordlessly before the goddess squad.
Cinderella. My most sincere apologies for speaking so frankly upon our first meeting, but I shall claim your head. Oh!
Scarlet's sword clatters against Anachiro's shield.
It's impenetrable!
It's no use! Ah!
Snow White unleashes a simultaneous barrage from her 7 dwarves. At that moment, Anachiro lifts her shields and conjures up a protective barrier that covers her entirety.
She can transmutate? She's blocked herself in!
You think this is funny? Is this all a joke to you? Let's see if you find this humorous.
Scarlet brandishes her sword and swings it several times at Anachiro. Anachiro maneuvers her shields with remarkable agility, blocking every single one of her Scarlet's strikes.
How the...
Anachiro pulls back, and sneers once again.
It's testing us. It wants to see how strong it is. That's why it came down for a direct confrontation instead of blowing us away. And it's determined we're not much of a threat.
Anachiro's shields fan out in a circle, slowly hemming the goddess in.
Oh, so you no longer have any need for your shields, do you? Such hubris will be your downfall.
Scarlet rushes forward. Suddenly, Snow White remembers something. When Cinderella disappeared, her customized weapons, glass slippers, went missing as well. These remarkable shields they are witnessing are no doubt that very weapon. There's very little that can possibly have greater defensive capabilities than a self-mobilizing shield. But how has she acquired the ability to transmute objects? How has she transformed her defensive armor into an offensive weapon? Snow White looks at Anachiro. No matter how hard she looks, she can't find where the full side of beams are being emanated from. Snow White shifts her attention toward the surrounding shields. The heat sinks are exposed, and the material on the surface of the shield seems as if it were made of smooth glass-like material. Highly appropriate, concerning the moniker of Dragon.
Everyone! Step back from the direction the shields are facing!
Well, there's a glimmer of Anachiro's bracelet, and beams shoot out. Once the beam connects with the shield, it diffuses into several beams, which then bounce back with rapid speed. The goddess squad is engulfed by this barrage of light.
Did I get them all? Those morons. Why didn't anyone come to help? Phew. I'm pooped. I've got to rest for a moment.
No rest for the wicked, I'm afraid.
What was that? So bright. Wait, I know that color. Cinderella! No!
Red Hood takes off at a full sprint. Red Hood looks around. Everything is in a complete disarray, and the ground itself is smoldering. On the ground lies her squad mates, unconscious. Before them stands the enemy. Red Hood can feel the anger welling up inside her.
Hey! Did you do this? I don't see anyone else here. Hey guys? What's wrong with you all? You think I ran all the way over here just for a sneak peek of you all passed out? You all ought to be ashamed of yourselves. Wake up! Get up and fight alongside me, you fools!
Red Hood. So much noise.
But it got you up, at least.
Oh, you guys all up? Alright then.
That's a shot. Beautiful art. Red Hood puts on her coat.
Let's do this then.
Yes, finally!
We can't even beat her 5 against 1? We should be ashamed of ourselves. We're the Goddess Squad.
Rusted pellets inside, but my flame is
Failure is not an option.
bright.
Is that all you got?
Aha!
That's her weak point.
I'm going in!
Didn't you say only barbarians fight hand to hand?
I make an exception for monsters.
Watch out! Incoming!
I'll hold it off!
So, you finally learned how to raise your voice, did you?
Thanks to a certain someone!
Ghost, no!
This is the final battle, give it all. You think you're tough?
Come on!
The glass slippers are no more. Party's over.
Oh man! Man. I have known about that animation since I started playing this game. I never let myself watch it because I didn't want to be spoiled to it. That was so worth the wait.
Red Hood! It's really you!
I can't believe my eyes.
Red Hood!
Yeah. Save the fanfare for later. Ugh.
Red Hood!
Ugh.
Are you awake?
Rapunzel? Am I still alive?
Yes, you're still among the living.
Was my corruption removed? I feel like I've been cured. I should have known better.
I'm sorry.
What are you apologizing for? How come the boss and Lilith aren't here?
They had to leave for a moment.
Yeah, they're still
So
being held
that's
up.
why this happened.
Why didn't you tell us you were alive?
Oh, you know, one thing happened and then another.
You up and disappear without a trace, and that's the only explanation you can offer? You're lucky everything worked out like it did. What if you'd been accidentally hit by friendly fire or something?
If one of you managed to plug my bright red ass by mistake, that'd be on you.
Fair enough.
How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm just peachy.
Did you vanquish the corruption completely?
More like we decided to call a truce.
I have good news for you. Our latest research shows that cryogenic sleep can put a temporary stop to corruption. Would you be willing to give that?
That only works during the initial stages of the corruption process, though.
She
Isn't
got
that
you
right? I appreciate the thought, Rapunzel. Hey. Snow. Come here.
Snow White hesitantly shuffles toward Red Hood.
Since when did you become so yellow-bellied?
Red Hood reaches out her arm and pulls Snow White into a headlock. Gah.
I'm sorry for lying to you. I should have given you a proper farewell, but I ran off instead.
I'm sorry too. I'm sorry for all those terrible things I said to you. I didn't mean it. I was just really upset that you were leaving me behind.
I know. I understand you better than anyone else here. Forget it. It's all in the past. Water under the bridge.
Red Hood releases Snow White and backs up a few steps.
Now I've come to do it right. A proper farewell. No matter how much I try and convince myself otherwise, in my heart, I know that I can't be beside you guys. So I've come to say goodbye for real this time.
I see. Things will be a lot quieter once you're gone.
Are you saying you didn't like being around me because I was noisy?
I didn't necessarily dislike it. If you weren't blaring that old music all the time, it'd be a bit more bearable.
I've told you, some things get better with age.
Like our friendship?
Sure.
That's something. Not bad.
All right.
Be careful. We shall meet again one day.
Where?
Anywhere.
Nah, you're not going where I'm going just yet. You're gonna live a long and fruitful life. Just watch that temper of yours.
I shall consider it.
That's
Have you
enough.
got Blinding Passion Volume 2?
Sure. Just open the inside zipper of my bag.
Ah, so that's where it's been. I've been wanting to further my education, but I suppose I'll
course,
have to do
yes.
that on my own.
Best of luck in becoming an expert in the field.
And
You're
ludology.
gonna end up corrupted for sure.
For sure.
Send
She
my
accepts
regards
it.
to Boss and Lilith too.
We will. Snow White.
Can you see her off with a smile?
Now hurry. Red Hood. I have been working on the weapon you asked me to make. And I will keep working on it. Make sure to come get it when it's done.
Okay. I will.
And I don't know what to say.
Did you have a fun time knowing me?
Yes, it made me happy.
That makes two of us. Stay strong, kid.
I will.
Thank you, everyone, for accepting me as one of your own, even if I was just a nobody. I appreciate you working hard to make sure I never felt left out. The time I've spent with you and all those close calls on the battlefield were some of the best moments of my life. I was happy through it all.
Oh,
And
Red.
even more, that I could spend all that time with you. Well, I better get going.
Red Hood! It was an honor fighting together with you!
Snow White, right back at ya. It was an honor for me to fight with you.
Red Hood turns around and walks off. This time, she has not a frown, but a confident smile on her face. Our hometown is far away. Blazing blue sky, savory scent of the bakery, the laughter of friends. A gust of wind blows. Please tell my friends. My soul will return to the sky above our hometown. White clouds float across. Please tell my friends. My bones will be buried in the earth under our hometown. Casualties arose in the battle against the Rapture. Red Hood bids a remarkably stylish farewell. Now a little epilogue.
I shall grant you victory, Your Grace.
Did you see that? I'm strong, but my comrades are stronger.
Sunset burns fiery red. Got the skies ready to attack.
I shall grant you victory, Your Grace.
Doing all that again?
The judgment delivered by prayer is always fair.
I shall grant you victory, Your Grace.
Doing all the
The
field changes
judgment
even when I'm
delivered by prayer is always fair.
Did you see that? I'm strong, but my comrades are stronger.
The goddess squad is victorious once again!
Yes, I got field changes.
The judgment delivered by prayer is always fair.
The goddess squad is victorious once again!
The judgment delivered by prayer is always fair.
Right. Final stage. One more round against this Ultra.
Sorry to break it to you, but this is the end.
One more time, turn this thing to dust.
Sorry to break it to you, but this is the end. Sorry to break it to you, but this is the end.
Time to finish.
The goddess squad is victorious once again!
And the epilogue? Red Hood opens her eyes and finds herself inside a house.
I slept like a baby. Haven't slept that good in ages. Another 3 hours or so, and I should be there. I just hope I don't pass out before then.
She glances around the room. She feels that something is wrong.
Was it always this dirty and old? I was kind of out of it when I stumbled in here.
She's gonna meet Rappy. Plumes of dust arose from the air.
I'm surprised I slept so well in such a pigsty. Well, should we get a move on, partner?
The cassette player is not working.
What's wrong with this thing? Don't tell me it's broken again.
Red Hood lets out a sigh of exasperation and leaves the bare building. The sun shines brightly into her eyes.
Something's off here. Has the scenery always looked this good?
She walks a bit further.
Huh? Have I finally lost my marbles completely?
Everything seems fresh and new. The smells around her, the wind in her hair, and the ground under her feet. Even her own body feels rejuvenated.
My head doesn't hurt. Am I all better? Maybe a nice dose of nature was what I needed all along.
Not quite.
Gunshots?
Red Hood rushes toward the sounds of gunfire. Red Hood arrives at a location where a clash is raging. Several what appears to be Nikkes are collapsed on the ground, and bits and pieces of broken Raptures are also lie scattered in the dirt. Each side only has one remaining survivor, and Nikke takes cover while Rapture is moving into the distance. Red Hood quietly prepares to attack and readies her rifle. So she's about to pull the trigger.
What the? It's rusted? When did this happen? Could it be... Oh,
Whoops. A ray beam shoots past Red Hood's head. Nikke leaps from cover to fire an critical shot on the Rapture. The light of the Rapture's core diminishes, and the beast falls silent. Red Hood slowly heads towards the Nikke.
You're Nikke, aren't you?
There she is! The mass-produced Nikke nods her head.
I haven't seen you before. Oh, I'm sure I look like an insane person right now.
Even though she is quickly becoming certain of this feeling she has, she needs to make sure. And continues to speak with the mass-produced Nikke.
Could you, by any chance, tell me what year it is?
The mass-produced Nikke, appearing quite puzzled, pulls out her cell phone. Red Hood stares at the date on the screen for what feels like eons.
It's been 30 years? You. Let me talk to you for a moment. What should I call you?
Mass-produced Nikke wordlessly takes out her label.
Mass-produced Nikke RR15436.
Come on, we
That's
know your
your
name. She nods her head.
That can't be right. Don't you have a proper name?
Mass-produced Nikkes like myself don't have names.
That's a very different voice.
Don't lie to me. You must have a name. I'm Red Hood.
That's a very different voice. That's
Is
not Rappy's
that
voice.
your real name?
Well, yeah. So what's yours?
Rappy. My name is Rappy.
Red Ash. The end. Red Dash. Most of the combatants have fallen in battle. We won, and the future continues. Finally at last. I've finally done Red Ash. Well, there's sparkles all over the place to collect. I don't want to do that right now. I don't even see any sparkles. Oh, there's one.
Hungry.
I guess I'll go and collect a few. But man, that was certainly worth the wait. A record of a trip to another world, part 1. Well, according to 006-1 playback. Reddit said there's a good material on the human body here. I didn't know there's. Oh, I guess if these are all gonna be little events, I don't mind collecting them. Rapunzel rummages through the drawer. A videotape. Rapunzel grabs a videotape from inside the drawer. Body talk. That must be it. How do I play it? Here it is. Rapunzel inserts the tape into a video player and connects it to the TV. And presses play. Oh my goodness, what is this? Rapunzel quickly covers her eyes with her hands. As she peeks through the slight cracks between her fingers. Good God, how is it even physically possible? No, I can't watch any more of this. I should be studying instead of watching this obscene footage. But is this not studying as well? Studying the human body? Yes, that's what this is. This is valuable research for me to better understand the human body. That's a Rapunzel we know. Oh, what am I thinking? Oh, save me, Lord. But then again, this is a perfectly reasonable way to learn about the human body, so... Yes, I need to educate myself on these matters. It's just for a bit longer. It's just a little... Rapunzel removes her hand from her eyes and fixes her uninterrupted gaze on the TV. Rapunzel, what are you doing here? Rapunzel quickly turns the TV off. Rapunzel? Rapunzel just as quickly removes the tape from the video player. Tosses it back to the drawer. That was just, when was it? When a man and woman, no, I mean, the mixing of male and female, no, the union of yin and yang. What? That's right, I was just watching the mystery of the human body. Yes, the human body truly is a mystifying construct, is it not? So very interesting. I don't have a clue what you're on about. Never mind, it's nothing important. Why don't we head outside? Do you want to go for a walk? A walk? Right now? Rapunzel drags Snow White outside. Hey, wait a second. Playback ends. So all 21 of these gonna be little events like that? Seems like it's gonna be. Alright, here we go. 006-2. Where did I put it last? I'm sure I tossed it back in the drawer. She wants to continue watching it, huh? Is this it? Aha! Found you! You vile, corrupted video! Rapunzel pulls out the body talk tape from the drawer. Something so obscene should remain hidden away so that I can't corrupt any more people. Rapunzel puts the tape into the player. Good, now that's been safely stored away. Stumble. Oh no, I'm suddenly feeling lightheaded. Whatever shall I do? Rapunzel begins to wobble dramatically. Whoops. Accidentally presses the play button on the video player. Oh, but look at that, I pressed the play button by mistake. Darn. Rapunzel stares transfixed at the screen. No, if I keep watching this, I'll have to shut it off. I must shut it off. Okay, a bit more then. Just a little more. Rapunzel? Oh. Rapunzel bolts right by and smashes the video player. Now look what you've done. What are you doing? What are you doing here anyway? For a moment I was transported to another world. What? And now I've destroyed the... I've now destroyed the portal that leads to that world. There's no way there anymore. Rapunzel staggers out the door. Playback ends. Well, no, no one can enjoy that now, Rapunzel.
I'll move as quickly as I can. Unwrap.
I thought I saw one there. I got 21 of these around.
On the move.
Nope, not that way.
Unwrap.
Outside.
Hungry.
A regard of elegant and uninhabited harmonies. 00-2, 002-1 playback. Mutual dislike. Like oil and water. Just say what you want to say. Today I shall edify thee on the pleasure of using thy one's own one body. With that sword? No thanks, I'm not in the mood. I don't want to get my clothes dirty. I've been trying hard to keep them clean for the past few days. Even better, I shall see to it that your garments are soiled through and through. Have you ever listened to yourself speak? You sound uncouth and uneducated. Since thou dost accuse me of these crimes every day, 'tis only appropriate for me to act the part. Whenever Scarlet and Dorothy meet, they are immediately at each other's throats like two wild dogs. There are few words in English language that can accurately describe the animosity between these two. Try and block this. Here they are persistent. Oh boy, they're going at it hard. Wow, these two are sure full of piss and vinegar. Scarlet, Dorothy, are you fighting again? This is the 24th time today. Actually, I believe it was 26. Regardless, I'm getting tired of having to clean up after you two every time you get into a tussle. Oh, so it's you who's always cleaning up the mess. I was wondering... Forsooth, I believe 'twas Dorothy, for she is so obsessed with cleanliness. So you've been pawning off your responsibilities to Snow White. Give me a break. I didn't know such thing. Moreover, you never even considered cleaning up after yourself for a single second. Steady thy tongue. For long as what I require is within reach, 'tis enough for mine sensibilities. What need is there to spend time frivolously faffling about this and that? You're a real slob, you know that. What did you call me? This impertinent tongue waggling against me isn't because ye have little notion of what true slob actually constitutes. Scarlet, Dorothy, would you two please cut it out? Or at the very least clean up after you've done it After you had to tell, bro? What? Why are you putting me in a headlock? Steady now, Snow White. I think this little scuffle of theirs will last at least another hour or two, wouldn't you say? So let's just let them be. But I haven't said all I wanted to say. Now let go! After Red Hood and Snow White leave. After the sun had set and dinner time had long since passed, Scarlet and Dorothy's squabbles continue unabated. Until Littlewise and the commander came in to put a stop to it. Playback ends. That reminds me, we didn't even get to see the commander and Littlewise after they had to leave abruptly. Part 2. I'm really gonna have to go through all 21, aren't I? So, as soon as the commander and I aren't around, this is what happens. Littlewise surveys the room around her, which looks as if a hurricane had just blown through it. I've done all I can to keep them apart, but they were particularly nasty with each other today, and I didn't dare to intervene. I'm sorry. Why are you apologizing? They're the ones responsible for this. Where are they now? Well... Sure enough, she soiled my shirt. Now it's all stained and it's not coming off. Great, just great. She's a complete vulgarian, utterly lacking in all etiquette. A total brute who's always spoiling for a fight. She insists on sparring with me even when she can't win. Not to mention how she never cleans up after herself. And her room is always has those animal pelts laying around everywhere. It's revolting. Whenever I step in there, I feel as if bugs are crawling all over me. I can't find a single redeeming factor about her. I need a break. Dorothy walks off. Meanwhile... Such bluster, such haughtiness she has, I failed in taking the wind from her sails. 'Tis rather peculiar. I was convinced I could break her, given her fixation on cleanliness. I hardly expected our skirmishes to last for so long. Perhaps a frontal assault is not the answer. Nay, 'tis impossible. She is not but a conceited dunderhead, a sharp-tongued dandy who as shallow as she is full of herself. And perhaps most egregiously of all, she looked down upon the path of the sword. I will break her yet, and I will do so thoroughly through direct confrontation. Yes, I will make it so. But first, before that, I believe I must convalesce for a moment. Oh boy.
On the move.
What's this one? A record of an uncertain treatment. 001-1. Are you saying that you can cure corruption? Yes, it's a disease, and so we have a way to treat it. This isn't an everyday cold, you know. You know more than anyone else what I've been through. I've been corrupted by the Raptures. I know, you don't have to remind me. Then don't bother. You know it doesn't work. That's not for certain. Just forget it. I'd rather go out and die of honorable death on the field than spend my days being turned into a pincushion. You're free to go out and fight it all you want, but before you do, just let me draw some blood. That's precisely what I don't want to do. Why? Are you scared of needles? Hardy, you know that's not it. Is it because it might confirm that there's no antidote? Are you so afraid that I might not find a cure? We haven't even tried yet. The least we can do is try. We have to do our best to fight this thing. We can beat it. Let's just stop talking about it. So you're going to throw away your hands up and give up? Is that it? Run away like a coward without even fighting? Is that what you really want? What else am I supposed to do? Fine, let's say you go through with this. What will it change? Will it get rid of the corruption? Will it prolong my life? It will change your mindset. You'll be putting your best foot forward, and you'll be less likely to give up. You're not a lost cause. You're surrounded by people who care about you. You have to tell yourself that you want to live. I'm begging you. I'm asking you to trust me, just this once. Give me a chance to try and find a cure. To do my best to fight against the corruption. Can you give me that much? Rapunzel. I can't just sit back and let you claim this. I don't want to lose a colleague and a friend. I never thought I'd hear such things from someone who lives such a sheltered life. You're really lacking at it laid on thick, aren't you? Well, I was a potential candidate for the next pope, after all. I've always had a proclivity for glibness. Fine. I suppose it's a bit disgraceful to give up without a fight. If you're that insistent, I'll give it a shot. Red Hood extends her arm. Take your damn blood. Let's see what you're up against here. Thank you for putting your faith in me. So corny. Give it a rest and take the blood sample already. Rolls up her sleeve and extends her arm. Okay, then Punzo sticks a needle into Redhome's arm mid-sentence. Gah! You didn't even say it hurt! Don't be such a crybaby. This is a perfectly normal shot. Normal my ass, are you trying to stuck me properly? Of course I did. At least it felt right when I put it in. It hurts like hell, how many more of these do I have to do? Let's see, 7 more to go? What? That's it, I'm done. Are there actually 21 of these?
I'll move as quickly as I can.
Part 2. Pencil hands a vial of green liquid to Red Hood. What is this toxic-looking sludge? Doesn't look edible. It's a medicine. Medicine? For who? Who do you think? Don't tell me this is the cure. That's right. Based on the data we've compiled, and from analyzing the blood we drew from you, I formulated a preliminary antidote. You've already come up with the prototype? You're even more skilled than I thought. I'm not the one who made it. We had the VTC to thank for that. My role was simply to analyze the data and hand it to the VTC. Hey now, don't shortchange yourself, that's super impressive. Still, I'm starting to feel a little spoiled with you looking after me so much. Stop babbling and try it. I'm supposed to observe your reaction and give VTC a status report. Alright, down the hatch then. Why aren't you drinking it? Well, it looks absolutely disgusting. Medicine isn't supposed to taste good. I was actually thinking about this recently. If they can make all this medicine that treats previously incurable diseases, how come they can't make them taste half decent? Do they intentionally make it taste bad to torture us? Honestly, I swear that they derive some kind of sick pleasure from watching people suffer. But what? That's absurd. Why would the people force you to do such a thing? I didn't say anything about force feeding. That's on you. Stop getting around drinking already. I'm literally not digging this. It reeks too. Red Hood. Okay, fine, I'll drink it. Here we go. Down's the green liquid in all one go. Good lord! What is this? It tastes like mop water that's been left in the sun. How'd you even know what that tastes like? I think I'm gonna barf. Other than nausea, how are you feeling? Any dizziness or fever? Do your legs, your hands feel numb? If you're asking, I'm not really sure. But I really don't think it's going to happen. What? I'm going to vomit. No, don't. If you do that, then you'll have to need to drink it all over again. Red Hood. Well, that didn't work very much.
Proceeding to target.
What's over here? Oh man, there's really gonna be 21 of these, aren't there? I'll go for as long as my stamina can help me. That's part 2. Whoops. Oh well. Know what to tell. Scarlet placed the sorcerer back into the sheath. Cutting trees again? Are you sure being a lumberjack isn't your true calling? If I had known you'd have asked for... If I had known you'd have thing for cutting down trees, I'd have given you an axe. You can't go swinging your sword recklessly like that. Dost thou have nothing better to do? Be gone and leave me. You are making me lose my focus. Please, if you lose focus just for a few remarks, then I'd say you're a failure as a swordsman. Why dost thou insist on interfering when I am training? Ouch, harsh. You're just so skilled with the blade that it's frustrating to see you summon by cutting up pieces of wood all the time. Prithee tell, will thou proffer a superior training method? You bet your behind I will, and I'm about to break it down to you right now. Oh, 'tis most interesting, I must admit. Go on, what is this method thou speak of? I was watching this martial arts movie, reading a renowned ancient tome, and it said that a true master of the sword leaves a mark even when they swing their blade. What does that mean? Exactly what I said. Look here. Like this, okay? Rhoda picks up a small stick. The writer of that book just grips the sword like so, and then sasha! Proceeds to slash at a leaf in front of him. Normally this would mean the leaf would be split in half, right? But still remains intact. Isn't that interesting? Oh, I think I can accomplish that same feat. Huh, really? Feast thine eyes. Whoa, how'd you do that? So long as I have one hand and steady as thy slashes, a challenge is most certainly not. Do it again, try from the tree branch. 'Tis but a mere bagatelle. Now try it on the tree log, if even possible. Of course it is possible. Proto proceeds to pick up a larger and larger objects for Scarlet to cleave. Okay, this is the final test. Pray tell, why dost thou make mountains and molehills for this final trial? Because I want you to handle this. Red Hood plumps a huge fuel tank in front of Scarlet. If you can put this off, I'll concede, without contest. That's your finest swordsman there ever was. Forsooth, this will be a most challenging trial. And nevertheless, I shall venture forth undaunted. Karn, looks like I was in a bit too much for you. Unfortunately, you left a pretty obvious mark on it. 'Tis due to the enormity of the object, as well as its composition. An easy task is most certainly not. Don't tell me you're giving up already. Aren't you supposed to be the world's best swordsman? If you throw in the towel now, the turn might as well be null and void. Not a chance. I will press on until I succeed. You're doing great, Scarlet. You can do it, I can believe in you. Whoops. What on earth is all that racket? What's going on here? Both of you, start explaining. Let's run. May fortune smile upon you. Hey, get back here, you two.
En route.
Alright, which
On
one's
the
this
move.
one?
I'll move as quickly as I can.
A record of activities of the noisy one. Part 4. Rapunzel opens the door to the confessional and sits in a chair. Oh Lord, I have sinned. That filthy bug Red Hood insisting on showing me keeps haunting my mind. Perhaps that is why, even when I see innocuous things like tree branches, I instead see a man's. Even when I glance down at my own staff, I see it. When I'm busy brushing my teeth and gaze at my toothbrush, with that round tip covered in white, pumping in and out of... Ah, jeez, I don't want to read. Overflowing with... I can't. It just keeps happening. What has happened to me? Has my mind been tainted by that filthy book? Please, Lord, save my mind from impurity. Someone's voice can be heard from the next room. My child. Who is there? I am the god of desire. What? I have never heard of such a god. Well... That is because I only manifest to those before with lustful minds. What? Lustful minds? Did you hear all that just now? Every last word. But calm yourself, my child. How can someone who serves the Lord be so careless? Steady thy spirit and listen. I heard your appeal, your wish to prevent yourself from getting worse, do you not? That is true. But... Rapunzel sits back down again. Is there a way? One must fight fire with fire. Evil can be controlled by other evil. And so you must immerse yourself in impurity. Your thoughts, your senses, you must bathe in smut. Even more than I do now? Yes, you must inundate yourself with all that is lewd until you are immune to its wicked pull. What is that? Until now you have only experienced wickedness in 3 dimensions. Now you will experience it in 4D. 4D? You will experience the real thing. Yes, after all, there is a man amongst us. You must catch him by surprise. Red Hood, get out of there. Red Hood? Alright, you caught me. I have heard your confessions, Saintess, and taken them to heart. Do as I have told you, and you will yet to meet your escape from the troubles. Come on. Look deep inside you, and you will find that your desire has been left unfulfilled. I told you to get out. Alright, I'm coming. You're gonna yank my ear off. Rapunzel, I'll be taking Red Hood with me, and surely you'll be on your own. If you need to let off any some steam, feel free. Red Hood. She never stood a chance. Part 1 now. The commander lies on the ground and stares at the sky, lost in thought. Hey, you daydreaming again? It's almost time for our meeting. You're lucky I was the one who found you spacing out. If it had been Lilith, she'd have given you an earful. There's no meeting today. Oh, really? You drank too much and forgot, you busybody. Guess so. Oh well, these things happen every once in a while. Even Nikke's aren't perfect. Anyway, what's all this about you calling me a busybody? Lilith was occasionally calls me that too. Is that supposed to be my new nickname or something? Do you really not see why you'd be called that? No, I don't. Think about how you conduct yourself. Like what? Well, to name a few recent examples. Hey, but this here... maybe not. I don't think that's gonna work. Oh, you surprised me. What did you want? Yeesh, not the warmest welcome I've ever gotten. I'm here to lend a hand. What seems to be a problem? Need any help with the modifications? I used to be pretty good at assembling stuff back in my day. I'm sure the skill will extend to modifications as well. When you say you assemble things, I assume you're referring to plastic models? Yep. I knew it. You can't even properly maintain your own weapons, and yet you're here talking to me about getting into weapon assembly and modification? I think you're in dire need of a reality check. Red Hood puts Snow White in a headlock with one arm and gives her a noogie with the other. Let me go. You know what I think? I think you underestimate me. I mean what I say. Fine then, why don't you give it a try? I'd love to. Hand it over. Here. Snow White tentatively hands her weapon to Red Hood with disgruntled expression. There, you see? Now that I've gotten a closer look, I think I've got this figured out. Yes, that's it. Do you know what model this is? Of course I know. First, this type of model, you need to reattach it in the opposite direction. Huh? Oh wait, if you do that, it'll shatter in... With a high-pitched ting, the gun various parts are scattering around all directions. Whoops, I guess I remember the directions wrong. Sorry about that. I knew this would happen. Just go and leave me be. I didn't make you upset, did I? It was a mistake, honest. I'll place any parts that you need. So lighten up, won't you do? Really? Have I ever lied to you? All the time? You're adorable. Wait. That tickles. Got another one here.
Hungry.
That looks like a pizza box. Part 3 of Noisy One. Or Nosy One. It's a lovely sunny day, and with a pleasant breeze to boot. Perfect weather for going for a stroll in parasol tow. You're bang on about that, miss. You're looking quite fetching today as well. Thank you for the compliment, but I told you not to call me that. How could I not? You practically exude elegance while hauling that around that parasol. I told you as just as many times not to be self-conscious about addressing you that way. You always need to have the final word, don't you? I can't stand losing. If I lose, I can't sleep at night. It's the same for me. You don't say. We're practically birds of a feather. That we are. Would you like to join me for a walk? There seems to be something I want to show you. Oh, what's getting to you all of a sudden? Maybe I was so bold as to accompany the lovely lady on an afternoon stroll? You may. After all that sweet talk back there, and this is how you're going to treat me? What are you talking about? This! Gesture toward Dorothy's parasol. You're hogging it all to yourself. It's meant for one person. Also, be warned, don't even think about trying to sneak up on me like you did with Snow White. Ouch, how can you say such cruel things? I have no intention of doing any such thing. I know perfectly well how much you hate that kind of stuff. Good. Although hearing you confirm it kind of makes me want to do it even more. Anyway, is this the place you were talking about? Sure is pretty. But that cliff looks a bit dangerous. What are you doing? Darn, I miscalculated. I was hoping I'd nudge you over the ledge. With my parasol while you were distracted. Like I told you, I can't stand losing either. Wait, you're just having your fun, right? This is a big joke? Let's use our words, okay? Are you gonna keep calling me miss? Okay, I won't call you that anymore. Just stop aiming that thing at me. Very well. Redden lets out a sigh of relief as Dorothy withdraws her parasol. You weren't actually honest serious about that, were you? Half and half. However, you did say you'd stop calling me miss, so... Sure, for today. I didn't say until when. So for today and today only, I won't call you miss. You tricked me. Tricking is a bit of a strong word, don't you think? I was only joking. Hey, get that parasol away from me. Please use your words. Is there actually 21 of these? I'm still wondering. See another one there. But I am really tired now. Been going on for a while. I think I'll read the rest of these in my own time. They're just little anecdotes about their time together, so... Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here.